Hello everyone, it is Sunday, which means Pariahs. Episode 17. I'm going to click this button and then I need to change a portrait. Because... Oh. There we go. Wasn't... Don't worry about it. Welcome in! Episode 17, Season 2, Pariahs. The dark fantasy campaign of questionable morality. Rayvon, thank you for the gifted sub to Snake-Eyed Blaze. I appreciate it. Also, Snake-Eyed, how are you? How are you today? Durs, Yeti, Sneeze, Dees. Hello, everyone. I hope I find everyone in good spirits today. Let's bring this lot in. Hello.
Hello.
How are we? All good? Yeah.
I mean, we're here, so yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking it
Could be
might
worse.
be time for another poll.
Another... Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright.
Yeah. I'm scared.
Alright.
I've got 300,000 channel points to spend.
Alright, okay. Let's start a prediction. Are we doing the same as last time?
Absolutely.
Alright. Is the DM gonna down any players tonight? So normally last time it was oh yes and doubt it. So let's go with probably not. Solution
Fuck yeah,
sucks.
fuck
No,
no.
it's gonna be solution. No, probably not.
No, probably not. Dice hit the DM.
I can't. It's too many characters. So I'm just gonna put probably not.
Fuck!
And of course,
Yarp and Narp.
Yarp and Narp. Boom. Fucking done. Yarp and Narp. Boom. Submission period 30 minutes.
Love
Done.
it.
There's a prediction up. So in fact, there's why I've got a prediction. Are you expecting combat today, Cypher?
I don't know.
I don't know, I'm lost. What day is it? Yes, we do. We are expecting trouble. More so than we had in the previous episode. Last episode, we were just picking up after combat. Trying to... actually, no, not trying to put up fires. Stopping fires from spreading, I guess. And helping out the wardens who were holding the line in our name. Yay. So yeah, we picked up after the battle.
In your
It
name,
was just-
really? Is that what we're going with?
Yeah, in our name.
I'll let you off.
I mean, they don't need to know that they're working for they did the the scut work of grabs from outside the city. You know what I mean? But yeah, we talked to the wardens a little bit, said thank yous, and they were back to work. And then we went to work, making sure the city, well, our part of the city was all right. Making sure to spread the word that fucking it is open season on all dickheads in white masks with hats and cloaks. You got to have the trifecta, because I know Solution's gonna kill some people that just had a funny hat or a fucking mask or just a pervert in a coat. Gonna get murdered.
There's gonna be a lot of dead mimes in the sea.
Yeah, a lot of every mime in the city. dead.
Guys, a mime is a terrible thing to waste.
It's all right. We'll have their heads. We'll just have, and we'll animate them in the shadowed circle. It'd be a fun thing. Say the mime's head of miming. Be funny.
Oh boy.
Yep. But yeah, we were about the city until our good friend Dame Corday just fell out of the sky. Literally, just fell out of the sky and landed right next to us, being like, well, this is a shithole. hold while fucking panting dog arrives. So she was quickly followed by Caspar, or Casca, who
Yeah,
turned up late.
It's not Caspar the friendly fucking werewolf, mate.
Yeah, I mean, he is friendly to us, I guess.
She.
What?
She.
Hmm.
Is it a she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you checked?
I'm taking my cue from the DM on this.
Like lifted the skirt.
Good
I'm,
God.
Check for lipstick. You know?
It's a werewolf. Who knows at this point?
Yeah.
Does it cock its leg or squat?
I think that's a question for Casca.
Well, this got derailed real quick.
I hate everything.
So if you had to correct me, it would have been fine. Look what you did. This is your fault. Right. So yeah, after that, we took the two of them back to the Shadowed Circle, away from the human feces that probably runs down a channel in the middle of the street,
Mhm.
and then she was like, "Anything to drink?" I was like, "Funny you should mention that." Here, take this. Pulls out notepad and quill.
It's dangerous to go in sober. Drink this.
Yeah.
Yeah. To which she thoroughly enjoyed it. And then we regaled her with all of the information that we had obtained of the things that the Doctor are doing, collecting blood. They're all fucking creepy parasite fucking hive mind bastards. Dropped in some names that kind of raised some eyebrows, and she was like, "Well, fuck." So she talked to the Countess via, I'm guessing, probably a message spell or some other telepathic communication.
Vampire
Only
bullshit.
another vampire bullshit. Go! And then she was like, "So if, hypothetically, we fucking nuke the entire area, what's in it for the court?" And Cypher pulled out his whiteboard and his marker pens, put on his specs, and it's like, "Actually." So yeah. Then we had a cool little scene where the court gathered and they're like, "Hey, let's do some scheming." Some of them were like, "I'm not about that bullshit. This doesn't affect me. I'm not getting anything out of this. I'm out." While others are like, okay. You know what? I'm in, you son of a bitch. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So-
That's how courtly
Yeah.
intrigue typically goes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. That's how it comes down. And then they're like, "Right, cool. You have 8 hours to cut the head off the stake before that place becomes
Inhospitable to all life.
yeah, or on life, or just everything, matter on a molecular level. Okay, everything. So yeah, everybody started getting prepared in their own little ways. Vanya went off to to wrangle some poor saps with her sisters, and she press ganged some people into signing over their souls. They probably can't read, so I mean,
But they did it willingly.
they did. Yeah, right after she broke into their houses and wrestled them to the ground and forced them to do it.
Sometimes you just need someone to listen, and then they'll willingly do something.
Sure.
But yeah, with that, go on.
And then Garrett opened up the war chest full of fucking potions and stuff, and with a little bit of prep, I do believe we gathered the troops, including Skarn,
Mm-hmm.
Casca,
Yep.
and the Dame Cordair was going to come with us because sometimes you just got to knock the rust off, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And with that, the group began to make their way from the Shadowed Circle through Market Row into Polter District and to meet up with Vanya in Dirktown. So, before we kick things off, very quickly, Darkstar Dragon, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the fold. Noxious Druid, made in time. Good to see you. All right. With that said, then, we'll pick things up in Dirktown. Vanya. You have just come off the high, I guess, of nailing down all these contracts with some of the slum dwellers. Whereabouts would you be? Have you all decided on a meeting point where you would all be congregating before the assault on the Doctore's position?
I would say that's where she would be waiting, but be like stealthily waiting for them.
So close by the bridge?
Yeah, that's the plan. Absolutely. So, Vanya, you're tucked into one of the alcoves of one of the wooden shanty buildings. Hood up in your fake sisterhood attire for the moment. And at that moment, across the bridge, there's a little bit of shouting, mostly a guttural growl from two rather large creatures, before the rest of the party begin to make their way over the bridge from Polter District into Dirktown. Is there anything the rest of you want to say or do, or anything that may have happened on the journey here?
We probably had to shout at Skarn and Casca to not storm off, because like one of them will want to be in the front, and then the other will be like, no, I'm going first. And then they'd be, no, I'm going first. And eventually they'd be like 200 meters in front of everybody and we'd be like, hey, fucking slow down, you two.
Jostling for power, but absolutely. And that would no doubt be the cry that comes out, and you just hear Skarn just shout,
Don't worry, I will take the lead. The dog will get the rear.
Casca just snarls before turning to Dame Cordair, who turns away to look at the lovely sights and sounds of the Polter District. Anything else from the rest of you?
I think Reza's probably just still quiet and irritated by the Skarn and Casca thing. And mentally preparing herself for more chaos and possible death and more magic missiles. Like she's rubbing the scorched holes in her chest that have just barely closed over. With the health potion she drank that gave her all those temporary hit points. But she knows it's just temporary.
All hit points are temporary, don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly.
There would be... Go on.
I'd probably go to Dame Cordair, seeing her look of disdain on the look, as she's looking around, pulled out, be like, oh no, it gets much, much worse once we cross that bridge.
Oh, lovely. Oh, I must say, with this being my first outing of the city in years, you all do bring me to the most beautiful of places now.
You should have seen it before we took over.
I appreciate the. Ugh. She shudders for a moment.
It was quite a bit worse, actually. You can now walk through the streets without vomiting, so it's quite an improvement.
You would notice that even though Dame Corday is keeping up with the group, she's still levitating roughly about an inch or so off the ground as she walks.
I mean, fair. Wish we could too.
Yeah, the noble attire she's wearing is still pristine. High boots, black leather armored leggings, the tight top that's wrapped around is also elegantly made. There's various trim of golds and silver that run through it. But with this situation now starting to take a bit of a turn, you do notice that she has lowered the neck piece of her tunic just down to provide a little bit more maneuverability, and the previous uptight prim and proper movements that you've seen before have been shaken away to that of an old soldier. And it's at that moment where, as she's walking through, you just hear this as a couple of drunks stumble out of one of the smaller establishments, one of them throwing his guts up onto the cobbles, and Dame Cordelia glances over, looks back towards you, Reza, arched brow.
I mean,
Is
that was
right?
alcohol, not... that was alcohol, not the city, so my point still stands.
All right, well, the job must be done, so let's get to it, shall we? As you begin to move through Polter District close to the gates, you would see that there are a number of wardens who are starting to move behind the parapets above. Normally they'd be there looking leisurely over the walls with musket or crossbow, but where in the past there was 2 or 3, there's now about 8. Crossbows, muskets, all propped up against the wall. This time not in a lazy way to observe the rats of the slums below. No, this time they are alert. Obviously, from your point of view, you're aware that by now an order has started to come through. The mobilization of the Novostoyan military complex is slowly starting to gear up behind the scenes.
I'm impressed by the speed of the wardens on the wall.
Not like they have much else to do. They live and breathe the defense of this city, so once the call to arms comes down, then, well, it's almost like the first time that they can get excited over something. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I suspect they will be performing their duties with extra gusto this evening.
There's a slight smirk at the side of Cordaia's lips as she nods in reply to you, Garrett. Fish barrel, I believe, is the analogy.
Just hope we're not going to be the fish stuck in the barrel when the time comes.
I too hope that. I too certainly hope that. Another analogy is, again, frying pans, fires. What's the group doing? Should we go, Garrett?
I should say I agree completely. And As much as it's distasteful, we should enter this horrific part of the city at all speed.
Chances are by now they know something's going on. They'll have gathered somewhere or put some people on watch.
Yes, I think speed and brutality will be more useful than stealth at this point.
Oh, I agree. This is a rat's nest anyhow.
We just punch our way through to the stronghold and there's a snake that needs its head removing.
At this point, you've reached the bridge. Ganga made his way towards you briefly, saw Skarn, saw Casca, saw the rest of the group, turned his back and walked the other way without saying a word, followed by the rest of the other gang mates with him. Now, sisters are one thing, that's another. Not a chance. Not a chance. And with that, you are free to continue over the bridge, over the canal that separates Polter District from Dirktown slums, and here, just off to the left, you would see Vanya. Vanya, what are you up to at this moment as the rest of the group begin to make their way into Dirktown?
She's in an alley. Just occasionally they're gonna see her like poke her head out of the alley to see if they're coming, like whenever she hears a noise. And then at first she pokes her head out and she kind of sees them, but like doesn't like notice them right away, so she pokes her head back, waits for a minute, and then you're gonna see her kind of like put like a little mirror out, and then which she should have been using that all along anyways, just to see that it is you guys. So then she's gonna come out and she's gonna say, "Oh, hi. It's about time you guys showed up."
What are you doing?
I've been waiting on you. Shh.
Did you get done everything you needed?
Oh yeah, more than I expected.
Excellent. While we're all together, I'm going to cast Sonic Whispers and link everyone together to my mind.
Excellent.
Can't actually do right now.
You need it. Yeah, you got it.
Need targets, but
I'll remember it too, and we'll do it when we get that opportunity.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, Garrett, can you just bump your volume just a touch for me, buddy?
yeah.
Thank you.
Can you believe
Scared me.
I've turned it up 3 times today.
Just Discord things. Cheers, mate. I appreciate it.
No.
I'll just turn you up a bit, and then I realise I've already got you on 200. I'm like, no, maybe not. Cool. There we go.
There we go.
Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, with Vanya now rejoining the group, Skarn, Casca, Dame Cordair, and the rest of you, pretty much all on you now. How you wish to approach this? You would notice that some of the individuals, the slum dwellers around the bridge, have disappeared, either into their homes or ran off. Vanya, you're aware that this was due to your earlier actions with the sisters coming in. Everyone saw the sisters and either fled or joined the cause, and then went on to spread even more of the good word of the happy healer.
We're doing good things out here. Yeah, the sisters and I.
Cypher cocks his head, looks up at you and goes, "You know what's coming, right?"
It's
So beneficent to dead men.
it's hope. They don't know. It's hope.
And is that happy or cruel, Vanya?
What's cruel? I'm sorry. Repeat that again.
Is it happy or cruel to give dead men hope?
Only if you're giving them the opportunity to serve something bigger than themselves, then it is not cruel.
Listen, as a representative of the dead, I don't have an opinion. Let's keep going.
Did you? If what? Okay.
We have a job to do, and we should focus on that.
Well,
What's the plan?
I don't care either way. I just found it amusing. And he's going to, Dorian's going to start walking down the street, twirling his flail. Just, vroom, vroom,
Is
vroom.
he humming?
Maybe. And now and
Maybe.
again to himself, just, kind of like keeping a jump rope spinning, just looking for the next congregation of squid-faced enemies that need to die.
Roll me a perception check with advantage, please, Dorian.
Well,
Around the general vicinity, as you begin to make your way down the street, you would start to get a heightened sense of the fear your presence is causing the inhabitants. Those who are further along the road who see you coming now would immediately dive into their shacks, their hovels, beneath crates or barrels.
Well, if they're afraid, they're not the ones we're looking for.
Mm-hmm. You would see, though, further down the street, movement. That of the wretches of Dirktown just glancing, noticing you, and then darting into the various alleys and shadows. And it doesn't take a genius to work out the fact that your presence here will no doubt be alerted to the Doctore pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll just keep an eye out for choke points or anything like that, but, in ambushes, but otherwise we're just looking for enemies.
All right.
Well, Dorian's looking for enemies.
Is there any destination in mind, or are you...
Well,
Straight for the Doctori stronghold, I would think.
well, yeah. But the Doctori stronghold is, like, there was the place where we saw them before, but is that their stronghold, or is that someplace they're going to?
What's the name? Oh, crikey. Sister of Sin. What's the name?
Valentina.
Valentina?
Valentina. Valentina did report where they were coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So we do-
that would be it then, right?
Yeah. Well, it's the same location.
Yeah.
Oh,
is it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, not... May have let that slip. It's a building close by to that location. It's the same vicinity as where you found the Bloodworks.
Yeah. See, Dorian has worked it out that it's somewhere, but it's that warehouse or barn or whatever they're using as one spot. But it seems like they were actually coming from the southeast and they weren't going through the gate. So it's going to be there or just that direction of it, like somewhere nearby. So, guess we're trotting back to the barn.
Making your way through Dirktown, everyone avoids you. There are tens, hundreds, perhaps even thousands of pairs of eyes that watch you all as you briskly make your way through the streets of Dirktown. Eyes, ears, listening, seeing, checking for any sign of trouble, of an ambush. Where you would expect a fight, there's no fight to be found. But the one thing that you do begin to notice is that on your journey through Dirktown towards the barn where the Doctore were operating from, there does seem to be a growing crowd behind you. Not a crowd that openly follows you, but numbers are slowly starting to swell as you make your way through Dirktown. Whenever you turn around to, or perhaps Skarn or Casca takes a step towards them, they dart back down into the various alleys or into abandoned ruined buildings nearby. A confrontation never comes. But the numbers are growing.
Vanya would use her telepathic link on her 14 individuals and tell them to follow within that crowd, to follow them.
Okay. You just get a... Oh, you're in my head! Are you a higher power?
She kind of responds with, just do as you're told, and then just stops speaking to them.
Okay. There's a few muffled cries in your mind from some of the others who are completely taken aback by hearing this voice in their head, but the message goes through.
Cypher's got to turn around and be like, why are we being followed?
So I kind of have a theory on that. It may be me and my sisterhood. Now they're gone now, but we've been spreading the good word of positivity and hope, and they may be interested to see what is going on. My members
What else
are among them.
have you been spreading?
I don't know what else I could potentially spread other than
Have you been
hope.
feeding them? People
Yes.
that don't care about any of that bullshit, Vanya. Have you been feeding them?
Yes.
Right.
The pastries that you have.
Okay, so we're about to get mobbed for food. Got it. Okay.
Well, I guess empty your pockets and throw the food on the ground then, right? Distract him.
Reza just stares at her.
I'm all out.
Yes, well, I'm dead, so I don't need to eat.
Same.
Well, if you'd been living your entire life as vermin at the French Society, eating the dregs and leavings of all else, this might be the most attention-catching thing around, don't you think? You might want to have a look-see at it.
As long as they don't get in the way. Vanya, I've got something for you. This might help. And Cypher pulls out a crystallized soul from his bag. He goes, try not to feed it to anyone.
You're giving it back to me?
Cypher kind of withdraws it for a moment and goes, why, shouldn't I?
Well, I mean, you kind of... Well, didn't... Are you going to take it back? Because, you had given it to me. I think you had given it to me, and then you had taken it. And then now you're giving it back.
I needed to study it. My studies came up blank. You can have it back.
Oh, so now that it's
You
not
might need it.
useful to you.
I
But
mean,
that's
I could
okay.
use it if you want.
Well, no, I'll take it. But I mean, I feel like since we're giving gifts, I should give the gift of touching you and
Whoa.
and giving you some mage armor.
Oh, lead with that next time. No.
Well, come close. Oh. And she's gonna
Wait,
like.
don't touch me anywhere weird.
You
And
menacing
now
bastard
she's
son of a
hesitant.
guest.
Go on,
Oh, I
Vanya.
don't have him to target.
Yeah, well,
Um.
don't worry. We can do it when.
Okay.
I'm sure there'll be a scene where we can do these things.
So she's just gonna kind of like. It's kind of like an awkward hug. Because she's like, well, I don't want to touch his front because she said not to touch him anywhere weird. So she's gonna kind of go in for the embrace.
Seven just stands there awkwardly, like, why you look the way you are?
You get a hug back. It makes it more potent.
Several hug back. They go, liar.
And then she just lingers, even after the spell is done.
Vanya, we have to go. Scar's getting antsy. If he doesn't kill something soon, he'll turn on us all.
You would see Scarm pointing down the road, down an alley.
Yet movement. Black cloak. White mask. Moving to
And he'll point.
that way. North. Northeast.
Lovely. Let's keep going then towards our target.
So,
While we're here, Cypher,
Go on, go. Sorry.
just take these bags for me. And I pull out my bag of holding, a bag of silver shards. There's just offcuts of what I've been using to make stuff. And a bag of 250 silver coins.
Oh, man.
I can use this, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And as I walk back to my usual position, I just tap Dorian on the shoulder and go, "You ready, friend?" And cast a long strider on him.
Oh, quite ready.
I'll do that when we're at a seat.
Yeah.
Oh, please, I'll do it now.
You guys should embrace it. Makes it stronger.
No, it
Right,
doesn't.
Cypher.
She's a liar. She's absolutely full of shit.
Don't think so, but just a suggestion.
After all we've been through together, Vanya. Nothing for me.
Vanya aggressively hugs her. I thought you would never ask. And she just kind of breathes in her ear, saying that. Been waiting for this for a long time.
I'm the one who almost got murdered by magic missile. Where's my mage armor?
Oh, I thought you wanted a hug. I guess I could give it to you, too. I thought maybe you just wanted my warm embrace.
Oh.
This is awkward. Are we moving forward?
You would see for a brief moment Casca looking towards Dame Cordair. Ears down, head tilted to the side, arms slowly just shifting to the side, and you just hear Dame Cordair like, "No, absolutely not. No. Get a move on." So, with that, mage armor on Reza, mage armor on Cypher. correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Longstrider on Dorian. And Psychic whispers between the group. So that's just as a reminder for everyone what buttons you need to click. So, with this scene being played out as you make your way down the streets, eventually you would reach the grain silo and the barn, or at least the outer courtyard that leads to this area. And according to Valentina's information, the building on the left, almost like a small, dilapidated farmhouse that's, at a quick glance, inconspicuous, a ruin. That's where some of the Doctore have been seen going in and out of. Alternatively, there is, of course, the warehouse, or the barn and the grain silo.
Mm-hmm. Well, the nature of this is we do have to be thorough, don't we?
It does.
Yes, I fully intend to be, Reza says, as she's making sure both her hand crossbows are loaded with the silver tipped bolts that Garrett prepared for her.
Okay. If we're pretty sure that this is the building, is the door erect and like in place and everything?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Dorian is going to ready his shield, and he's going to just attempt to kick this door in.
Roll me an athletics check, please, Dorian.
Okay. Hell of a time to fumble it.
Why would you jinx him?
Yeah, I know.
You're the quarterback.
You kick the door squarely off its hinges. This is only a rotten piece of wooden board bolted together haphazardly on old hinges. With a hefty kick, the door bursts inwards, creaks, clatters, and then crashes to the ground, kicking up a brief wave of dust. You pause for a moment. Silence. Oh, baptized. Gutted. Should have took that. So go on.
Yeah, baptized. If the people in this district could read at any capacity, maybe. Dorian has got his shield ready, and he's expecting this to go. So he's just going to walk in with the shield up.
You just hear Scarn from behind.
Perhaps kick not required if you pull.
Dorian's going to
Anya's-
ignore Scarn. just
Anya's
just
gonna
ignore
see
him.
Dorian with his shield, and she's gonna get her paracel out.
All right.
Plot twist, the door was labeled in Draconic.
But yeah, Dorian's going to storm into the building and try to see if there's anything around, or like if this was a red herring,
Mm-hmm.
looking for like
Anything.
Well,
Yeah, of course.
that's where we'll start. That's where we'll start.
Yeah. Okay, so Dorian, you step in through the threshold into this dilapidated farmhouse. Garrett, Cypher, what are you two up to?
Well, Cypher's definitely going to put as many bodies between him and the enemy. So he's like, yeah, the big people with swords go faster.
All right.
With a shake of my shoulders, I'm going to pop out my wings
Mm-hmm.
and just fly up 30 feet
Yep.
and have a look. See if I can see anything.
Roll me a perception check, please, Garrett, with advantage because you're now in the air, looking down at the ground.
Perception with advantage.
From your elevated position, you shoot off, bat of the wings from the malicious skin, and immediately you take a sharp inhale of breath as you see that that crowd that was following you has grown in size. They're keeping their distance, roughly 100 or so feet away. The lead of the crowd just out of sight, but it seems that there are, at a brief glance, 100, 200, maybe even more, have started to congregate. Some even now leaving their houses and joining in with this growing silent mob. And you would also notice that some of them are not, they're not moving quickly, hastily, hurriedly. Just a calm, orderly, and quiet growing of the mob.
Oh,
No
great.
Doctore, though.
Are they wearing masks? Reza. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
Reza kind of looks up at Garrett and like thinks to him, "They're not wearing masks, are they?"
Garrett, what's the answer to that question?
I'm gonna say yes. Of some description.
Without a shadow of a
Vanya's
doubt.
also,
Yeah, go on.
I
Vanya.
was like, she's gonna telepathically link to her individuals to tell them to give her a description of what they're seeing and what they're hearing among the crowd.
Oh, the milady's in my head. We're all moving. We're all moving. I mean, not many people are speaking. In fact, not many are speaking at all. But we're moving.
What do they look like? Like, describe.
Oh,
what
it's
they-
just
do they
it's
have
just
something on
Jimbo
their
from down
face?
the road. Yeah, I know Jimbo. Yeah. But yeah, we're all wearing masks now. Oh, hang on, there's one here. Is that for me? Oh, you should.
No! Don't put that on. Do not put masks on. To her 14.
All right, I'll. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to the smell anyway, Milady. So yeah.
Encourage others to not put masks on.
Yeah. I mean, I would, but they're not talking. At that moment, the man who's speaking just cuts.
Hello? Hello?
Other voices chime in. We're still here.
Get, distance yourselves. Do not touch a mask. And when I call you, please do as you're told. All right. I'll be back. And then she kind of like goes silent to talk to the rest of the group. So, you know the mob that's following us.
Yes.
Yeah, they all have masks on.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
We're scared. We're scared.
Cypher just points up.
I don't know how many there are.
Cypher thinks, Garrett, can you see how many's... Apparently there's a large crowd following us and they're all wearing masks. Can you see their numbers?
At least a couple of hundred and growing every minute.
Oh. Wonderful.
What do we do?
Inform Skarn and the Dame of what's happening. If they move to attack, I shall try and thin their numbers a bit.
So Cypher's got to turn to the dame and go, it would seem we have a problem.
You don't say. Go on.
Apparently there's quite the crowd coming, and they've all got masks on.
Good for them?
No, bad for us.
I see.
Bad for them too. They're as good as dead. We should probably burn them all.
Very well. Judging, and she turns to look at Dorian, who's just kicked the door in and starting to make his way inside. Judging by the fact your companion has gone in, I assume this is our destination?
Yes.
Perfect. Casca's not exactly made for fighting within a building, nor is your dragon friend here. So, I will requisition Skarn. We'll hold here, have a look inside, and we'll just keep whatever's coming this way off your back. How's that sound?
Oh, if they're not wearing a mask, please don't kill them. If they look really rough for wears, they are part of my membership. So please.
I'll do my best. But
They
if they
just
come
won't
at
have
me with a knife, then
Oh, they won't. Like they make love. They don't fight. I mean, they share love. Maybe I misspoke.
maybe. So in that case, we'll hold your back. She looks towards Skarn. Look forward to seeing your capabilities, Dragonborn. Skarn looks at Cordeia, tilts his head to the side.
Is that so? Then try keep up.
Casca looks at Skarn. Skarn looks at Casca. There's a growl between them both. But yeah, Dame Cordeia will just skip up a few steps away from the building and draw a familiar-looking blade, similar to the one you have, Reza. A blood-forged longsword.
Twinsies!
So one idea that she has, she's going to tell to them, is that they will use a code word, and it's going to be hope, the greater hope, all for the happy healer.
Dame Cordeia will just reach forward and put a single finger on your lip, Vanya. They'll be dead before they can get the word H, the letter H, from their lips. If your people are smart, they will stay away. If the rest of the crowd are smart, they will stay away. Now, she puts her hands on your shoulders, Vanya, turns you around towards the door, and gives you a gentle whoop.
Well, she's going to say, well, hold on.
Sweetheart, now is really not the time for this. And you start to see the crowd growing.
Reza grabs
is the
Vanya
time.
by the shoulder and shoves her. Focus, Vanya.
She's going to stay in the doorway, and she's going to call forth her 14 individuals in front of the crowd.
Okay. So, as the crowd is starting to surge and swell forward towards the... they're keeping a healthy distance of about 40 meters or so from you. But you would see that this crowd now, easily 300 strong, are stood in quiet unison before eventually you begin to see the odd person bump and jostle to the side as eventually 1 person, 2, 3, 7... Only 13 of the 14 emerge from the crowd.
Vanya kind of...
Yeah. We're here, Mom! We're here!
And she's going to... So, they're kind of displayed out in front of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to kind of address them. And she's going to say, my brothers and sisters... I stand before you today as your happy healer. And she takes a bow.
The crowd starts to move forward 3 steps.
Oh shit.
Some start to draw weapons.
Today our journey comes together. It comes to an end. This chapter, we're filled with sacrifice, dedication, and unwavering loyalty, and it closes. But let us not mourn the passing of this time, but instead celebrate the inevitable mark we have made upon the world. For you, 13, a new chapter begins. You, my friends, have been chosen for a special mission. You will join me not as soldiers, but as ambassadors of hope, as beacon of light in this darkness. You will carry the lessons you've learned and into this world,
As this is going on
as
very
well
quickly,
as beyond
Vanya,
the walls.
Dame Cordaire's drawn sword. Skarn, hatchet, cleaver and axe. Casca's drawn their sword as well. And they're all just looking at you with this expression of, what are you doing? Now is not the time. Go on, carry on. No?
And
Go
she
on.
panics because she's thought this through and they're rushing her. Your service today may end, but your duty to humanity will continue through me. And then all 13 of them just drop to the ground.
Like puppets with their strings cut, these 13 who have made their way forward of the crowd just go limp. Anything further, Vanya, that happens during this? Because this is...
She has
Yeah, go on.
siphoned their souls and the power from them to use.
With the
And they are
severing
no more.
of their contract, their essence, their life force is immediately ripped from their body, and you feel this overwhelming surge of power. At that, though, the rest of the mob seem to twitch. Their heads contort to the side slightly. The masks that all of them are wearing begin to thrust even further into their mouths as there's this horrific screech from the mob, and they begin to surge forward.
How far away are they now from us?
35 meters. So, oh, goddammit, feet. Let's go for, I think that works out at roughly 50 odd feet, just shy.
Okay. Cool.
Time to go.
Yep.
So from my elevated position,
Mm-hmm.
I bank round, fly over the leading edge of the mob, for
Yeah.
want of a better word, and I reach into my bag of holding, pull out 4 oil jars, and just yeet them into the crowd.
Awesome.
Then, with a whisper of druidcraft, just a small speck of flame appears, and you see this sheet of fire just go woof across the leading edge.
Like a curtain of fire raining from the sky. Splashes over. And there are screams. Muffled screams. But there are screams. But the mob still advances.
It's fine, it just gives them some light.
Absolutely.
Reza will shimmy up onto the roof of the building.
Okay. The crowds, from your elevated position, you see that this is now forming much larger now. People are still coming out of the buildings, pouring in from the alleys at the back. Dorian.
She's gonna.
No, go on.
Oh, sorry. She was gonna ignore them and search for a weak spot on the roof to make a hole so she can see inside.
There's not really much of a roof left. You could easily just peer inside the building. It's a dilapidated farmhouse. There's
Beautiful.
a multitude of holes that look down into the building itself.
Lovely.
Roll me a quick perception check. While you're doing that, Dorian, as you barge into the opening area of this farmhouse, you, with the door on the ground, glance around and you see that there's no furniture here. There's no movement a great amount of dust, but there seems to be a perfectly carved swath of dust that's been kicked by hundreds of feet over God knows how long that leads into a cellar at the far end of the room. Reza, from your elevator position, you see the same thing. The interior of the building itself is empty, and through the dim light cast from the glowing of the fire outside now, you would see that the only real entrance or exit to this farmhouse would be the one your Dorian entered in, and a route to a small hole in the ground that leads to a basement. With that, the crowd starts to swell, starts to push forward. 25 meters, people start climbing over each other, flaming bodies, whilst burning away, still on the move. Cordeia, Skarn, Casca start retreating a little bit to the entrance of the building. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to come into land, literally on the doorstep.
Reza jumps down inside next to Dorian.
Oh, where to then?
Sorry, I was muted. I said Dorian's going to yell out "cellar," and just start storming his way towards this thing. He's just trying to, expecting there's going to be resistance, and he's just trying to shock and awe it as best he can.
All right.
Well, time's a ticking. Let's go fast as we can.
Wonderful.
You just
Hold on, Dorian.
Yeah, as you make your way inside, you just hear Skarn bellow out.
There's only a few. Don't worry. We've got this.
And before you head or start heading to the cellar, you just hear Dame Cordeia like, just a few? Really? Dorian, taking the lead, you plow down into the cellar. Here it's just a square, rectangular-ish room with a stairwell at the far end. And with you taking the stairwell down, let's find out what happens, shall we? You step into a much more confined section. This looks vaguely familiar. You've seen no end of basements beneath lower streets. And it seems that this is, or has been here for some time. The fact that the Doctore are now using it as the potential base makes sense. From your quick view as you round the corner, you see the body of one of the slum dwellers, impaled by 4 spears that crisscross, first through the lower abdomen, and then the other 2 come down from the rafters above into the shoulders and then out the side of the ribcage. In the dim gloom, it looks like they've been dead for quite some time, but there are torches down here that are lit and have been maintained. There is someone down here.
Yes. So Dorian has long strider on, so he's just looking to try to clear this and see which way we need to go.
Okay.
So he'll step in, I think that's going to be impassable.
You can move that, it's fine. Just says you're bumping up against it.
Looks like there's a...
As you round the corner, look down this long corridor, you do see a wooden door. And from beneath the wooden door, the glow of torch or fire.
Mm-hmm. So looking back this way, it doesn't look like there's anything like off to the sides.
Roll me a perception check.
Every time I close my character sheet, I need to roll something.
Dust, rubble, unused, but it seems pretty empty. There are footprints in the dirt below. Many footprints coming to and fro from the door ahead.
That's 20 feet of movement.
It's not turn as at the moment, so don't stress too much. It's all good.
Yeah, just and through the psychic link, he's gonna just say door, and head out that way.
Hold on a second. Garrett's going to come up on silent boots.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to go and listen at the door.
All right.
Reza's gonna check the area around where the body is, making sure that there's nothing gonna come up behind them.
Okay, have a look. Do you disturb the body at all, or do you leave it where it is?
I don't disturb it.
Okay.
I actually, it seems an odd place to leave a body, so she's going to be very careful not to disturb it.
Roll me a perception check.
Doo-loo-loo.
Eight. It's a impaled body.
She doesn't trust it. She can't see anything weird about it, but she doesn't trust it. So she doesn't see anything going on here, so she rejoins Cypher and follows them down the hallway.
Okay. Cypher, what are you up to?
Like I said, I'm making sure as many people are in front of me as possible.
Vanya is currently... In fact, you know what? At this moment, before I... Garrett, roll me a quick perception. We'll do the perception check, and then we'll go for a quick break before we kick things off, shall we? You place your ear to the door, Garrett, listening, and eerily quiet behind the door. Unnaturally quiet. Apart from the crackle of firelit torches, it's unnaturally quiet. To the point where you get a shiver down your back.
Mm-hmm.
Vanya, last but not least, what are you up to?
She is well, I mean, obviously there's no sounds, but she's looking around to see if there's any like magic markings or things that may alert her to mage activity.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
.34 is an amazing roll, and then you realise you are underground with thick stone walls, which will disrupt any and all forms of trying to detect magic unless you are in a similar room to it.
There goes all my good rolls.
But you don't feel anything in the in your general vicinity that would concern you. But yes, all of these walls, these are carved out of the rock and dirt beneath lower streets. Usually you can only divine things through a couple of inches of rock.
So it would be reminiscent of, like, you know, of what we're used to
In the Undercroft.
with being under the croft.
Absolutely, yeah. Cool. So,
One last thing I'm going to do before we go
go for it.
is I'm just going to check for any traps around the door.
Do you want to keep that perception check you rolled?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah. All right. You
Move things along.
You glance up, hinges, nothing there around the door. No, the door itself
Cool.
seems to be completely clear. All right. Putting a little bit of weight on the door, Garrett, you would feel that it is locked, though. Not trapped, but locked.
No problem.
So, with that, folks, we will call our refill o'clock there.
Very well.
We shall see what this is all about, shall we? Who knows? Who knows? Alright, I'm going to refill the drink. I will be but a moment. Oh, get back just as the adverts are about to start. Timing.
Gives you an opportunity for your streamer stuff.
It does. Hop, table, top. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hopefully I managed to get most of those redeems in. Let's have a quick double check, shall we? Drawing doctor attention. Yep, that was certainly noticed. The crowd did indeed attack. They pushed in and caused Vanya to hurry up the shredding of 13 innocent souls, the 13 people she gave hope to.
Did y'all give me my level 4 spell swap?
You've just severed the lifeline of 13 people, Vanya. In response to that, yes, I will allow you to restore a single level 4 spell slot. There is something to come with that, though.
You didn't tell me about consequences.
There's a consequence.
All actions have consequences.
No, not for Vanya.
Vanya, roll me a... Before we go any further. Just roll me a survival check, quick. Nine. Who knows? Who knows? The DM knows, but Vanya
I don't
doesn't
like
know.
that.
So, with this being a situation that you're going into, you're actively assaulting a position. Obviously, it's going to go to initiative, but what I'm going to allow you all to do is once you've rolled initiative, if anyone wishes to swap positions and swap initiative order, I will let you guys do that, rather than being beholden to the number rolled. But obviously, that number will stick for what is to come.
Cool. Before we do that, Garrett's going to reach into his bag of holding and start extracting something.
Okay.
It's quite large, so it's going to take him a second to do so. 1 foot, 2 foot. He pulls out an enormous mirror and places it against the door.
Alright. For all intents and purposes, I will do that as you put... What is this mirror?
It is the Voyeur's Delight. Let me find it, because it's somewhere in my inventory. There you go.
The Voyeur's Delight. A large 3 foot tall and 2 foot wide mirror that, when hung on a wall, lets you see through the door or wall in the reflection. So yeah, you place the Voyeur's Delight against the door. It takes a brief moment, but as soon as the back touches the wood, you see through into the room ahead, and there is nothing there. No movement, at least. A table sits with a couple of chairs around in a typical guard post fashion, but the chairs have been pulled back and moved as if whoever was there has very recently, very quickly relocated. Glancing through the mirror, you would see there is a door on the other side, and just to the left, a little out of view, there just seemed to be a corridor of some description.
Lovely. I'm going to relay all this information through the link. Put the Voyeur's Delight away.
Yeah.
Pick the lock on the door.
All right. Slight hand check. And then once that's done, if you would all be so kind as to roll me initiative, please. It's like, yeah, that's fine. I don't even know why I bothered to ask. Some good rolls there.
Shit.
Hey, Hop Tabletop. Howdy. How are you? So yeah, if anyone wishes to change their initiative order, you're welcome to, because this is going to be a case where you're going through the door.
I will swap my initiative with Dorian's.
Okay.
All right.
So Dorian, you get bumped up to 15. Cypher, you go to 8.
Nice.
Vanya, want to swap? Go ahead.
You know what? I'm going to swap my initiative with Dorian.
All right. So Garrett, you go to 15.
Yep.
Dorian, you go to 21.
Vanya, you want to stay far away? You want to swap with Reza?
Sure. Let's
I mean,
do it.
Are you not both at an 18?
Yeah, you're both.
Yeah,
18.
we are, but I think she's like, what, does it have her before me?
No, you're before me.
Yeah, if you want to go before me, you can definitely go before me.
It's up to you.
Let's go ahead and do it.
Okay. In that case, then I'll just drop you to 17.
She's hurt by that embrace earlier, so she's gonna send you in first.
Reza pats you on the shoulder, almost affectionately, as she walks by you in the hallway.
No.
Almost.
Almost. She won't be confused by that anymore. Sounded really sad, sorry.
At this, though, you begin to hear footsteps behind you. And Vanya, Cypher, at that moment, you would see Dame Cordair run around the corner. Look, good. We're pulling back a little. Scar and Casca will be a moment. Oh, they're here. She turns around as squeezing down the narrow passage are the forms of Casca and Skarn. What you then begin to hear is the sound of many, many footsteps above. If anyone wishes to just poke around the corner.
Oh!
They will keep them off your back as long as they can. But
Okay.
you just hear the sounds of combat as Casca and Skarn are just mowing through people, piling bodies up on the floor, but the bodies are almost being dragged back underneath this crowd, so it's almost a cascade of never-ending slum dwellers. It's probably time to go. Dorian, you're up.
Has Garrett finished picking this door?
It is indeed.
Dorian is going to approach, open the door with his shield up,
Yeah.
and proceed through.
Excellent. As you step into the room,
I can't see beyond it. There we go. Thank you.
there you go. You're welcome. Yep, step in as much as you want.
Doot.
As the door opens, you hear straight away
I
the
got it
sound
here.
of something moving here. Something large. You see a tendril start to snake its way round the side of this half wall at the bottom. You then hear the sound of a crossbow being drawn back and a blade also being unsheathed. It was an ambush.
Yep. Through the psychic link, Dorian's gonna just say ambush. Keep it simple. Do I hear that like when I finally get to this point?
Absolutely, yeah. You would hear them. They're making no sign of stealth now. You would hear it. You know they're there.
Okay. So Dorian is going to get to there. That's one movement with a long strider because it gives +10.
I will change your movement up so it includes it.
And so he's just going to say both sides and at the end of the room, and he's going to stop there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to hold his attack action.
Okay.
Or ready in action, I guess, right?
Yeah. Ready as action for. I guess if anything comes in range, you're just going to batter the shit out of it.
Essentially, yes.
Excellent. All right. With that, then, Reza, over to you. You hear the call out from Dorian that is an ambush, or at least they were trying to.
Well, she... Do I not have 40 feet of movement?
You should do, because of your. Bear with me. I will change that quick. There you go.
Raza will come up and round the corner. Can she see any of the people who are attempting to ambush?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't think I can, but like the shadows are like I don't have a good view through the door.
Then no.
Okay. Then she is going to dash.
Okay.
And nope, that's a ping. And kind of cross behind Dorian and
Yeah.
like get to this side of the doorway. Undercover.
Yep.
And kind of crouch down.
Okay.
And I do have a bonus action.
Yes.
So she is going to go into...
You should still have all your fury points from before because you've not had a rest yet.
Yeah, well, I used 2 of them, so I have 2 fury
Okay.
points. She is going to go into a defensive stance on
Excellent.
that side of the door.
Okay.
And that gives me a bonus to my AC equal to half the number of fury points I currently possess. So it bumps my AC up to 17.
Excellent.
This is my turn.
Vanya.
Vanya's gonna move towards the door. And then, hearing that, she's going to dash.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of post up right here behind
Alright.
this wall because she sees Dorian and is just gonna be like, I'm here.
Do not want. Okay. Any bonus actions?
No, she is not.
Okay. So, at that, you would hear the sound of wood creaking as, emerging from the corner, Dorian, a member of the Doctore silently steps out with sword drawn. He's going to swing towards you. You would notice, though, that the uniform this Doctore is wearing is very much like the black long coats of the 2 bodyguards that you fought in the outside the warehouse. Not the stereotypical armored version. And he moves relatively quickly, and the sword, glistening in the torchlight, looks very sharp. That doesn't
Sure
matter,
does.
though. It doesn't matter how sharp it is if they don't hit. Luckily, it's multi-attack. So with a backswing, comes in 19. That enough?
19 hits.
Boom. The blade connects, and the sharpness of this blade just cuts through the lower part of your armor. That's the chain side, as he stabs it in, wiggles it around a little, before retracting the blade and standing ready.
Okay.
Garrett.
So I had ready an attack action.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah.
I don't know if that would go before
Absolutely.
or after the
It would
attack.
go. It would go before. It'd go before.
Okay. Well, so first I'll try to make it as quick as possible so we can progress this
no,
along.
no,
'Cause
this
it's gonna
is-
be a
this
long
is-
way. I can feel it.
This is your turn. Don't worry about it.
So normal. This is the cantrip attack.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. So
The flail swings.
damage. Ooh, yeah.
It's a good one.
Oh, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Trying to make sure I get the thing in here. Cast spell. Oh yeah, that. Oh, sweet vengeful blade. That's supposed to be 2d8. So
Okay.
1d8.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll apply that, and I'll also, I take it Vengeful Blade's going to be used a fair bit, so I will bump that up now.
And also, just the effect of that is the first time they attack before the beginning of my next turn or cast a spell, they take 2d8 necrotic damage.
So, with that then, with you doing that first, let me just edit Vengeful Blade quickly, just so we've got the numbers for future. In fact, I'll do it in a minute. So, you do this as he comes around the corner. You hit him, he stumbles for a moment, draws the sword, stabs you. Now, roll the other 2d8 for the necrotic damage, because that'll kick in.
Okay.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
All right, I'll click the damage button. We can test it. Looks like it's still.
Yeah, I've
one,
not.
but...
Yeah.
All right, no big deal.
Cool. Good rolls. Excellent rolls.
Okay.
What does the Vengeful Blade look like? It's not really a blade as such, but...
So, essentially, when he pitches back with the flail, it becomes wreathed in this baleful glow. Not like a flame like you'd expect based on everything else he does, but it's more of this just sickening green and black aura. And after it, the flail careens through the air and smashes into him. That aura lingers on him. And when he stabs Dorian back, the aura kind of bursts and almost an electric, like the electric discharge, but of this black and green energy, like it's being triggered by something.
Nice. So, the sounds of combat. Oh, you got multi-attack with an action, haven't you? No.
I do.
Oh, dirty.
Oh, yeah.
That hits. It's good.
It feels good.
Feels
Oh,
good.
but wait,
Feels good,
wait,
man.
wait.
But wait, there's more.
Brutality. He's under half health when I hit him. He takes an additional d4 damage.
All right, done. He's battered, bruised, blooded, armored, cut, but still mute.
Okay, well, that'll be all.
Awesome. With first blood drawn, Garrett, you see some of the Doctori starting to make their move from this side corridor. What do you do?
Unmute myself for a start. I'm just going to move in, so I've got a view of both entrances.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only see one fella at the moment.
You can. You do hear, though, movement, a crossbow being clicked here, and something large starting to move here, and several tendrils are poking round this pillar.
Okay, doke. Well, I think Dorian's got this in hand here. I'm going to hold my action
Okay.
for the first new enemy I see.
Yeah.
And obviously it's going to be attack action.
Okay. So, yeah. Or just say, yeah, that's fine. You're going to, for the first one you see. Cool. All right. Oh, don't worry, Druid. Scarn will be putting in work.
He's got wager win.
He has indeed. Yeah. Okay, so with that then, Garrett, you're holding an action. Any bonus actions from you?
Bonus action. At this time, actually, yes.
Go on.
I will use cunning action,
Mm-hmm.
take the hide action, and I shall just tuck myself in between the table and the chair.
Okay. Yeah.
Duck down.
Excellent. So, with you currently skulking around the table behind Dorian, the crossbow graveclad makes their move. And we'll step out from around the corner, crossbow up and ready. Do you see it, Garrett, or is that not what you're looking for?
Well, if I'm ducked down, I've got Dorian in between me and the Graveguard.
Yep.
Would I be able to see him? I don't think.
This is your call. This is what I'm giving. This is why I'm giving you the chance.
I'll play it fair and say I wouldn't be able to see it.
Okay. In that case, then, Dorian, you see a crossbow raised up towards you, and with a heavy thud, the crossbow launches a bolt towards you. Hits the shoulder pad, ricochets off, and at that, the Doctore begins to crank another bolt into it as he will duck back into cover. At that, though, from down at the bottom, our old friend returns. From behind the pillar slithers, half slithering, half crawling, this horrific mass of mutated flesh and tendrils. The telltale mask... Oh, a bit too much. The familiar mask of the Doctore, now just this horrific amalgamation. It's slow. It's lumbering as it rears to its full height of roughly about 8 feet. Stretches, various tendrils from its back begin to lash out. And
I can see that.
You can see that. So that's its move. Do you...
So
yeah,
I'm
go
gonna
for it.
yeet a Soulblade at it.
Okay. The blade flies true and hits it. Punctures into it. Roll damage. It's good. But you, for a brief moment, Garrett, notice that the knife doesn't seem to bury as deep as you would expect on a free-thinking individual. There seems to be some force pushing back against the psychic blade. These things are resistant to psychic damage.
Oh,
So they only take half.
okay. And as part of my attack action, I can do 2 attacks.
Yeah. Which hits. For another 3.
Half off.
Yeah. These 2 knives just stick into it, and it staggers for a moment, looks down, looks towards where these 2 blades came from, and just lets out this horrific... and it begins to twist, contort, and harden.
Oh, shit.
Part of its own... Oops, that's not to you, Dorian. That's on itself.
I'm not finished yet.
Are you still got... You got more actions?
No, but I can sneak attack because it's not an action. It's part of it. It's attached to the hit.
Yeah, if you've got advantage, go for it. Sorry, I thought you were done because you didn't roll it.
No, I haven't. I did. I have advantage because of Nick.
Boom. Roll damage then. Awesome. I will apply that. At this, though, it would also... You would now see it starting to harden. Part of its skin will break away, obviously damaging itself. But from the flesh that's fell off, you would see hardened bones start to protrude out as whatever alchemical creation this thing's made from just hardens it. And that infusion will increase It's AC by 3.
Well, shit.
All right. That's all it can do. It's nope. Infusion's a free thing it can do, so it's going to use its action to dash as it starts to move its way, slumbering towards Dorian. Cypher, over to you.
Cypher's going to move. Oh, there's a wall there. 10. So, 5, 10, 15.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Take me to there.
Yeah.
And then I shall...
Yeah, 'cause you moved earlier when things that didn't count it in. Go on.
Yeah. Why don't I have Shadow Step available?
Did you use it in that last fight?
No.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure I didn't move very far at all.
It was me that was teleporting last week.
In that case, then. Held. Damn it, Foundry, what have you done? Did we do any testing?
I don't know if we tested that one.
There you go. I think we did, but that's why it may have gone. Because the animations with it being tested. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, alright, okay. So, yeah, I'm going to Shadow Step into the room.
Okay.
Onto the table! Hey! Surprise, motherfucker! And then, so that was my bonus action, and as an action,
Yeah.
I shall cast. What shall I cast? Yeah, take a Gloom Barrage.
Gloom Barrage.
Yup.
Go for it. What's this look like?
Oh, why did it roll Gloom Barrage's Magic Missile? That was weird.
Gloom Barrage is magic missile.
Yeah.
Just damage. Just hit damage. Don't need to worry about the attack roll. What level we casting it at?
First level. So
First level? 3, indeed. All right. These 3
for
bolts
12 damages isn't bad.
slam into it. Yeah, for some reason it throws up an attack roll for Gloom Barrage. You just ignore it and just hit damage because it's.
Oh, okay.
It's magic
Yeah, I
missile.
thought it was weird that it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a cracking attack roll.
It was a good one. What's it look like? Because it's been a while since you used Gloom Barrage.
If 3. It kind of looks like Cypher's drawn like a bow, like he's mimicking Rez's actions, and he's drawn a bow, a pure like shadow, and it looks like it's got 3 arrows on, and he kind of knocks it and just goes, "Poof," and lets go, and they just fly and just tag this thing right in the fucking face.
Excellent. So, end of the round. From further down the corridor, Cypher, Garrett, you would see Dame Cordea with a blooded sword step back for a moment, swat the blood from the blade before the corridor seems to be engulfed in this bright orange light and the sound of roaring flame gushing out. Someone's having fun. Dorian, up to you. Dorian.
Sorry, Dorian's going to try to swat this guy in front of him with his flail.
Okay.
This is just his regular attack. It's not the cantrip.
Okay. No. 10 won't hit. He dodges at the last moment.
All right. Then I guess we're going to go with another attack. Unfortunate.
27 does do the job, though.
Okay. So I'm going to use Baleful Interdict
Okay.
on him. So I'm going to place a seal on him.
Yep.
And I'm going to do damage.
A 9 is... It's not enough. But that 3 is... What happens to him?
All right. Well, the flail careens past him as he ducks underneath, and on the back, there's a twirl and a backswing. He's already dropped down. He can't drop down any further until the flail comes down on him and crushes him into the floor. And casting his body aside from the last jerking death motions, and so trying to make sure that I click through the things
It's all good.
correctly, because my bonus action is to move the seal. The seal is now on the big guy.
On the big guy. All right. This glowing emblem just materializes momentarily on the Morphosite.
I'm the only one who can see it, so it doesn't matter.
Flavor.
That was my attack action, my bonus action. I can move. I kind of want him to walk into this kill box rather than me walk into it, so he doesn't have to go anywhere. So I'm gonna just stand my ground.
Okay. Reza.
Reza can clearly see this thing.
Yep.
So she's going to turn to face it, which I can't do for
R.
some reason.
Press R. Hold R and then move your mouse around. So if you move your mouse, say, a couple of squares away and then press R, brings up a
Oh,
big...
I like that.
New stuff, new fandangled dubras.
Ooh, okay.
Suddenly Cypher spin in the back like she's a rave.
So, yeah, she fires once, and she's firing towards the mask. Like that's where she's aiming with him.
Okay.
So, first attack is she misses because it's a smaller target, I guess, than
Squirming.
the rest.
It's a bit unusual.
So then she's just like irritated. So she pulls out for her next attack. One of her silver-tipped arrows,
Okay, yeah.
and attempts to fire anywhere at the creature
All right.
with her silver-tipped arrow.
It hits squarely, and immediately you see the wound where the arrow hit begins to hiss and sputter. This black ichor begins to squirt out, and it's not happy. Whatever protection it's got, silver completely negates it.
So that is 8 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And is it bleeding?
It's oozing.
Would this get me a fury point?
Does it look tasty to you?
No.
I'll let you have it though. I will.
No.
There's blood in the air
no.
already from the fact that Dorian has just smooshed this guy into the dirt. So
If you're gonna start giving me fury points by proximity, that's very slippery slope. So I'm just gonna say no.
Okay.
And then she's gonna it's like, well, you know, I appreciate the fact that Dorian is standing there with a shield, so I'm just gonna go back up a little bit. Like so.
Okay.
And that
Roll me a perception check.
oh no.
With your heightened sensors, Reza, you would hear movement behind this door. Very close to the door. It sounds like someone in relatively heavy gear and then something sloshing and then something resting on perhaps a sack of grain. But they're not approaching the door.
She's gonna use the psychic link with Garrett and say, we've got heavy sloshing sounds coming from this other door. And since she's hearing that, she's just gonna go like,
No.
back that thing up even a little bit more.
Alright. That you done?
Yep, she's gonna be like, I don't like it, I don't want it, and then that's my turn.
Vanya, over to you.
So Vanya is going to start to peer around the corner, but she's going to put her parasol out first. Kind of parasol first, and then Vanya's going to pop out. And then she's like, oh, goodness. Seeing that thing. And she's going to cast Rainbow Inferno.
Or not.
And fail miserably. It's terrible. And because she has terrible bonus actions, she's gonna say, well, at least I attempted, and then is gonna go over to where Reza is because she feels safer there. And that's unfortunate.
It is.
Oh, you're my human shield.
Oh no, I can see how this is going. Garrett, over to you though.
Start by relaying the message about the sloshing sound, and I'm gonna put 2 and 2 together and hopefully not come up with 468 and say there's probably a flamer back there. But
let's try something quick. I'm going to see whether or not you're still hidden. So can you roll me a stealth check, and we're going to see whether or not the Morphosite is aware of your presence.
cool. Shit, that should have been an advantage. So I'll roll another one.
Yeah, I mean, 27. I don't think this is going to...
I mean, I could have got a crit.
I mean, you could have done. You could have done. All right, Morphosite. Perception. You're currently dealing with Dorian, but do you see Garrett? No. No.
That's
Okay,
right,
so
you stupid fucking spaghetti monster.
So this thing's currently hyper-focused on Dorian now.
Mm-hmm.
So you are hidden from it.
Cool. Well, as I'm hidden, I'm not going to move because that would be silly. I'm just going to throw my psychic blades at it, even
Okay.
though I know it's not going to do as much damage.
Every little helps.
Exactly. So that'll be an advantage.
Even with its
23?
bone carapace hardened, 23 hits. For 9.
Foa.
Yeah. Foa.
And I'll sneak attack that
Yeah.
because I can.
Better. It's going.
And then I'll offhand, which also goes at advantage because I hit my main hand.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Oh, could I have had a 19? And damage for that is 2.
Huh? Unpleasant.
Yeah.
Just think how many merchant guard are going to die trying to bring one of these things down.
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
All right. So with the 2 knives going out in quick succession, it hurts it still. It's not immune to it by any means. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to use my cunning action again to... Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm going to move
Okay.
into this corner.
Mm-hmm.
And then use my cunning action to hide again.
All right. Boom. Dipping out of sight quick. Into the corner, pressing up against the wall. Perfect. Graveclad with the crossbow. Will poke out with the now reloaded heavy crossbow. See Cypher stood up on the table behind and put a bolt towards Cypher.
Isn't he under the table?
No, I'm on top of the table.
Okay.
21. The bolt flies true. Cypher. 7. Finds its mark. Hits you and just grazes the side.
Not my temporary hit points. Murderer.
And then after that, it's going to move back, take cover, and start to do the same again. Another bolt goes into the crossbow. Morph sight. Whoa. Seeing that the armor's now done its job, the armor now begins to peel away, breaking off, the bone disintegrating before your very eyes. As it will do, fucking hell, 18 damage to itself. And with that, though, you would see its flesh begin to get almost rubbery in consistency, and its speed rapidly increases. It leaps up to the side of you, Dorian, scooches round to the side here,
Okay.
and then we'll go...
Got Sentinel.
Yeah.
I would like to... Do I get an attack of opportunity? And if I do, at what point in
Not-
this movement do I get it?
Not an attack of opportunity, because it's staying within your combat
Staying in
range
base contact.
all the way around.
Okay.
So it goes from 20 feet of movement to 40 feet, because it doubles, so it's going to go to there. And just get in amongst you all. So, first towards you, Dorian.
Mm-hmm.
It will attempt to slam you. Some of the tendrils from the back begin to lash out, striking at you. And the ends seem to be hardened with bone as it punctures through the armor. The next one is going to be towards you, Cypher.
Yeah.
Yep. For 18. And with that, it's now amongst you. That's its actions as it scuttles in. Cypher, over to you.
Well, Cypher is unamused with its bullshit. And he's going to hit it with the darkness within.
Okay.
Hold on, I've got to target it.
Does this require a saving throw?
Dexterity saving throw.
Cool. It's resistant. As you struggle for a moment, it means that it gets advantage on any saving throws against spells or other magical effects. This thing doesn't really matter if it's got advantage.
Is that what you're saying?
It would take a little bit more concentration, though, and you begin to feel something pushing back. Whatever they've made these things out of, or whatever's controlling whatever this Doctore was, is not of this world, perhaps.
It takes 15 damages.
15 damages. Excellent.
Yeah.
That's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
What damage?
And because...
what damage type is it?
I believe it is...
Magical slashing damage. Okay, that's fine.
Magical slashing.
Yeah, that's fine.
And as a bonus action, I will activate Darkness Within for another 3d6 damage. Can we get another Constitution saving throw, please?
We can. Constitution saving throw with advantage. All
So
right.
he passes, so he takes half
the damage.
I don't think we've got a button for that.
I can... Is it the same damage?
No, because an initial spell is 5d6.
Yep.
And then bonus action is 3d6.
Just roll with 3d6 in the window. Oh yeah, there's still the flaming horde. They're currently being held back.
So he'll take half of 11.
Okay, boom.
Okay.
All
So
right.
he just hit Cypher, correct?
He did indeed hit Cypher.
Okay. Well. Where is it? Or hits a target other than you with an attack, you make an attack of opportunity against the creature.
Go for it.
So,
Fuck him.
just
Yeah.
every little bit helps with this guy. And so, boom.
20 hits. Flail strikes true.
And dumb normal, and he's badly injured, so use
Max damage again on the flail.
where is that feature? Carnage, there it is. We do have a button for it.
Oh, another... Bleh.
Yeah, one more point, bitch. And also I have Crusher, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him 5 feet away from Garrett.
Okay.
And
Which
so
will
he's
trigger
gonna
Garrett's attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay.
Does it really? Oh.
I mean, it's moved out of your range. I have no problem with saying it's, as this flail smashes into the side of it and knocks it back, you'll get a chance to strike it.
Cool.
that's-
In that case, I'm going to twat it with my silver dagger.
But hang on, before we do that, we'll just make sure we'll get Dorian's bit finished, and then we'll move on to you. Is there anything further from you, Dorian?
I just wanted to show you the thing. It's if as long as he's not more than one size category larger than me, I can move him 5 feet once per turn when I hit with a bludgeoning. So that's what I'm using that for. So that's it.
Yes, it's no more than one large. It's larger than you, but not like gigantic. So yeah, it's fine. Cool, Garrett. Yep, silver. Oh, okay. Yup.
Yeah. So,
Stab it. A 14 would actually hit it because I've not reduced the AC due to the hardening.
Cool.
Yeah, there we go.
Big money, big money. 6.
6. But it's 6 silver damage.
Mm-hmm.
As you stab the dagger in, it punctures straight through. Easy. Begins to hiss. And none of the flesh seems to be knitting back together. Ever since it took a silvered arrow and now the dagger as well. I'm just going to tell you outright. You've cancelled its regeneration out.
Delightful.
Oh, poor baby.
Can't believe you've done this. Alright. So that was the end of its turn. So Cypher...
That was the end of... Actually, as a bonus action, Cypher's going to take his bandolier of 9 daggers off.
Yeah.
Actually, it's just 10 daggers because there's a silver one in there, and he's going to throw it at Garrett.
Nice.
Alright. In that then, end of the turn. What's happening? Cordeia is starting to make her way back towards you. Still not facing you guys, just sword drawn, waiting, as you then see the form of Casca step back and start to squeeze into the corridor. And Casca's pointing towards the end. Dame Cordeia turns around and you just hear her shout, we'll be using that room in a moment. If you could push on, that would be fucking beautiful. And at that moment, you would then see Skarn, smoke billowing from his mouth and nose, as I'm not sure you can see it from your angle there, but there is a rather large group of flaming individuals pushing their way towards them. Alright, top of the turn, Dorian.
Well, only thing that seems right is trying to strike this spaghetti monster.
No. Not with a 14. Oh, mate, your rolls.
Yeah, it's okay. The damage rolls have been pretty solid, though.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so this will be our cantrip attack, because I was just trying to hit him with the regular attack the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
time.
16 hits.
Does indeed. Damage.
But this guy's got the seal on him, doesn't he?
He does.
How many times have we did me and Garrett hit him, and you? He takes
Oh,
extra D6 at damage, doesn't he? Every time he's hit.
No, only if I burn the seal.
Oh, okay.
Which, yeah, I'm not burning the seal on him for
Okay.
reasons.
Okay.
And carnage. And
So apply damage,
Vengeful blade.
Big money.
Whatever.
Damage
Two.
is damage.
Ding ding.
Damage is damage. Yeah. It's looking incredibly wounded. But go on, you go.
Yeah.
I assume
No,
there's
you're
more.
good. You're good. Just not, I think that's just what happens this time. Yeah, unfortunately.
Alright. At this point, it's starting to thrash around. The tendrils on its back have been severed. Its torso's been caved in by the flail. It's got multiple puncture wounds from both the silvered arrow and the blades from Garrett. And it's also just seeming to contort and twist inside from the darkness within spell. We've got a table flip coming. If it's if it's still alive, that's happening. But Dorian, if that's you done, we go to Reza. If not baptized, you'll get a refund if I can't do it.
Reza is going to, surprise, surprise, pull back the strings of thicket
Mm-hmm.
with another silver arrow.
Okay. Fuck off.
And crit.
I'm just gonna put that up there for the record.
Yeah.
Doesn't do extra damage, but it makes up for being non-magical.
Correct.
Against
Yes. It makes a difference.
Well, 17 damages.
Okay, that reduced a bit, so I need to add the other 5 back on. Which, in fact, no, what happens to it? What happens to it, Reza?
It's writhing around and, like, it looks like it's grabbing for the table to kind of, like, use it as a shield almost to protect itself. She just, like... And it just, like... It stops at its core, and then the limbs kind of still shiver for a moment or two, and then it just, like, collapses. And then she's like, okay, that's gross. And she sort of, like, steps away from the wall again. And steps forward, up next to Dorian. Stepping over this bitch.
What I will say, just because I'll give you something to assist you with. As you step close, it starts to rumble, and while it doesn't explode and cover everyone in goo, I will give you this to help you out. As for a brief moment, it seems to sizzle, writhe, and then just drop dead. But whatever alchemical creations are pulsing around this horrific amalgamation of flesh and aberrant parasites just begin to spew out of the side in this horrific purplish ooze.
But it didn't take any of those types of damage.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Okay,
but
so it's not hitting me.
It's not doing that. No, I'm just
Got
basically
it.
giving you one of the
flavor.
things.
Got it.
One of the things that it can do.
Gotcha. So, moving up next to Dorian and sidestepping the oozing creature, she catches a glimpse of a sneaky little boy with a crossbow. And she's gonna try and fire a normal arrow at him.
Okay.
Take it.
Just do the job.
I feel like that hits.
I think that hits. Yeah.
Ooh,
Holy shit.
that's lovely.
It's just max damage. Yep. The arrow punctures through the Graveclad's armor. And he does bleed.
So, she's gonna be like, okay, that's job done, and she's going to, just kind of swerve behind Dorian. Because he's still got a shield, but she knows they have to move soon, because she heard Dame Cordia shouting. So that is, yeah, no bonus action for me, so that's it.
Okay. Vanya, you're up.
Vanya is going to move this way, and she's gonna kind of complain the entire time. I've not killed him in the way, and she's like, as she's walking, and she's gonna come right here and target this individual, and then cast Rainbow Inferno.
Okay. Oh my god.
That fucking spell is cursed. Burn it. Throw it out the window.
I hope you are enjoying this right now. So she is going to, as a bonus action, cast Expedited. Well, hold on. Is she at her max on distance? So she's gonna move up or move back to get out of the way. Oh, she's within that.
You're
I can't
within
move
the
her.
you're within the ooze creature. There you go.
Yeah. And then
Was that a dash?
so that she's no, it wasn't a dash because she had already done an action, but that would have been her expedited
Retreat. Yes. Yeah.
Just to get
Excellent.
out of the way.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay.
She is so useful right now in this fight. That's her
Your
turn.
time will come. Fear not. Garrett.
Alrighty then. Right. I'm gonna move forwards
Yeah.
to the corner of this wall. Have a little peer around.
He can see you coming. He's got the crossbow starting to raise.
Oh no, I want to peer around to the.
Around there.
this
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
Just see
Look-
what I can see.
In that case, rather than having for you dip your movement, I'll do that as you pull around the corner.
Okay. Cool. And I'm going to now throw some of the old side blades at this fella.
Okay.
And see what this does.
Hits. Seven damage. It works.
Cool. Sneak attack. For another 16 of that damage.
Yeah. Does he have advantage on that one?
I don't. That's a very good point. But hold that thought.
Go on.
Offhand. Advantage. Crit. 10 damage plus the 16 for the sneak attack.
There we go. He's all kinds of fucked. The two blades almost just carve through him, Garrett, and he's not in a good way.
Okay. Bonus action. Cunning action. Dash. But
Back to whence you came.
Kicking around, and I don't like that. I want no part of that life.
All right. Any further actions?
I'm tapped out on action.
All right, that Graveclad, in his wounded state, is going to... Dorian, you would see him twitch for a moment as he then drops the crossbow to the ground, reaches into his belt and extracts a acidic vial. He's then going to just go full tilt towards you, vial in hand, and just as he gets here, he's going to throw it at point blank range before trying to crash into you.
Mm-hmm.
You are hit by the acid vial, and as it cracks, shatters against the shield, spraying you with caustic substance, 7 acid damage. Oh, that's him taps out though. Just thrown weapon, ranged weapon on a one action. Multi attack doesn't kick in. Cypher, over to you.
Cypher's eyeing this door up, so he's going to go to it.
Okay.
Can he open it? It's locked.
You're just gonna open it.
Yeah.
Okay. As you open the door, the held action by the Doctore Incinerator, you just open the door, look, and just see the pilot light just. Oh, I need you to make a saving throw, please.
Nope.
Oh. All right. Straight off the bat, as you open the door, the flamethrower kicks in, and you take the full brunt of the Doctore incinerator.
Cypher is unamused by this. And his innate sorcery kicks off.
Okay. Just put that on for flavor.
And then he's going to cast. He's going to cast Gloom Barrage
Yeah.
at 4th level.
Yeah.
But not only that, he's going to use inventory. His focus of crystal
Yeah.
to raise the spell level by 2.
Oops, that's the wrong thing I did there. Right.
And then he's going to spend a sorcery point.
Oh my god.
You know what's coming, right? Where's it at? Meta magic.
Twin spell. Quicken spell.
Quicken spell. Why won't it let me use that? Oh, it's because I pressed the button and it used a sorcery point.
I'll refund it. There you go.
Okay. So at 7th level, I'm going to Gloom Barrage this guy. So that is 7 plus 3. That's 10.
10. Yeah. Just go rolling.
Fuck this guy in particular.
Yeah.
Someone's
2.
going to have regrets.
3. Gloom Barrage not working. Hold on that one after you've done that for a second. Bear with me.
Okay.
Oh, hold. It should be. It should be working.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the animation's all set up. Okay. I know
Oh,
why.
is it? It's set up on the attack as opposed to the damage.
Yeah. I'll worry about that later.
Okay. So 5.
Actually.
6.
5.
How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Big damage rolls. There we go.
5,
There we
6.
go. Yep.
Are we good?
Yep. So let me start applying these.
7.
Yep.
8. Sorry, I've got to scroll up every time I use it. 9.
Fucking hell.
10.
So close. So close. You just lay into him with these barrages, and his armor begins to shred, the cloak shreds, the backpack begins to erupt, leaking out the viscous liquid. Pipe to the incinerator severed. His mask is blown off, or at least part of it's blown away, revealing this horrific purplish fleshy mass beneath. For you going for a 7th level fucking Gloom Barrage, I'm happy to say you wreck the flamethrower. And the fact that they weren't expecting, the rest, you hear noises and people moving in this room ahead. Multiple people, but they won't be going until next turn.
Okay.
All right. Anything further, Cypher?
No, I think I've used up. Yeah, I've used up all my movement. My bonus action was in it, sorcery, and then my action. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. End of the turn then. Which brings us to the fight ahead. Cordeia charges into the room and takes up a defensive position, followed shortly by Casca. Skarn will slowly start making his way back, and single-handedly at the moment holding back what can only be described as a chattering horde of slum dwellers. And even now you can still hear just the continual sound of footsteps behind you. But in these tight confines, where only 2 or 3 can realistically come at Skarn, he's butchering through them at the minute. And some are still on fire, clawing over the bodies of those slain. So you, at this point, you feel you're in a good spot. You've got enough time. Skarn will be able to hold the line for a while. Which brings us to the top of the turn. Shall we have a quick BRB?
Please.
All right. We will be right back, folks. Oh, shit. See what happens. I'll be right back.
Back.
Welcome back.
Oh, I'm
Welcome back.
currently enjoying an orange.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds juicy.
It is.
I'm eating a strawberry pencil.
You say a pencil?
Mm-hmm.
Like a Pocky?
No, a strawberry pencil.
Never heard of it. I'm assuming it's like a cylindrical thing with strawberries in it? Or jam?
Look in Discord.
Ooh. I'm back.
It's pure sugar.
Ah.
Oh,
Hey.
fucking strawberry pencils.
Mm.
Mate, I'm jealous.
Now, one of my guilty pleasures.
Diabetic's delight.
Mm-hmm.
Are they
I mean-
tart or super sweet?
Super
Oh, they're
sweet.
pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice, though. Very nice. Oh, Cypher, that hurt me as DM, I'm not going to lie.
What was setting me on fire or taking
Yeah.
a 7th level gloom barrage?
Both. I'm both, you know, from a DM's point of view, I'm like, oh, this is going to hurt. As soon as you did that, I'm like,
I mean,
can't.
I knew it was coming, and I couldn't have Garrett doing that because that would have
I don't want that.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
Back.
That hurt me, but nice play on the 7th level Gloom Barrage. Fucking hell.
I mean, I was just like, fuck this guy in particular.
Yeah, the amount of shit you burnt there, I'm more than willing to say that sheer amount of incoming damage would be enough to sever the backpack. Fucking hell. All right. So start the turn. I am going to roll these guys initiative at disadvantage due to the fact that they weren't expecting you to come through the door that quick, to be honest with you. And due to that, I will also move them into a slightly more advantageous position for you guys. Because I originally thought that, oh yeah, you'll go to the door, you'll scope it out a bit. So that's the trade-off for Cypher getting fucking ruined. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the incinerator. Yep, that's all of them. All right.
Thank you, Cypher, for taking one for the team.
That's alright. It won't happen again.
Okay. Top of the round then, we go to Dorian.
Well then, this seems to be the last remaining Doctori in the room. Let's send him to meet the Reaper with his buddies.
Yep.
Or not.
Yeah, 16 hits. Yeah, 16 hits.
All right. Damage.
7 is not quite enough. Carnage, though, is also at one point not quite enough.
Okay. Unfortunate. Nope. I was trying to not have to use the cantrip, but okay. Follow-up attack.
It's good. And that will be the magic number. Dorian.
Well, him having crashed against Dorian with Dorian's shield after throwing the acid vial, Dorian just quickly overhand chunks this guy down. His death charge lived up to its name. Bonus action. Inventory. Where is it?
Chug.
Quaffs a potion. Bringing him up to, so that's 15, so he's up to 67. And that's gonna not be permanent.
Just as a quick test, you know, if you click on your token and then you right click on the 15, does it give you the chance to apply healing if you right click?
Targeting myself, click the 15.
Right click on it.
It does.
It does. Okay, so yeah, you can do it that way, and it'll automatically do it for you, rather than you having to manually put numbers in. Automation.
So he lays this guy low, and he heard the thwomp, and he has taken one of those point blank. He knows what went on.
Yeah.
And just so 1, 2.
I'll move that out the way for you. There you go.
Yeah, I lost control of the token to that. That's there. Cypher has clearly just been blasted with fire, correct?
Yes, yeah, there's the whatever cobwebs were behind him have just incinerated. There's a few strands left that are still on fire. Cypher's clothing is scorched and singed.
He turns around and Cypher's face has been burned off. He just stares at you with a skeletal face and baleful eye.
I'm going to try to just push past.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, Cypher will let you past.
And seeing that, is this flamethrower beyond, like, is this person still leveling the flamethrower?
He's still alive, but the flamethrower itself is no longer functional. It's currently pissing whatever oil or chemicals are in the satchel out onto the floor around his feet as he's just constantly trying to pull the trigger with what remains of probably 2 fingers on one hand.
All right, so Dorian's going to get to here. I attacked, I moved. That's the end of Longstrider right there. Use feature. Yeah, that's him, I guess.
Okay. If that's you done, the grave-clad over yonder will, whilst trying to get into a position to ambush behind the wall, hears and sees the illumination of the incinerator and will just quickly whip back round and start to make their way instead this way. And as he pivots round this post, he's going to look towards you, Dorian, and with a flintlock pistol drawn, send one of the first shots towards you. The shot impacts against the shield, ricochets off, bounces a couple of times, harmless. That's all he can do with a ranged weapon. That requires a reload. So we then go to you, Reza.
So this first story, was this like a room by itself and it's not connected to the other room?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna be like, okay, 1 down. Fuck knows how many to go.
I'll do you
So
that.
so she walks up to Cypher and sees that his face is burnt off, but he's still standing, and she says, "That's how I know you did." And
If he had a face, he'd smile.
she's going to can she fit, like,
Yeah, you can,
I can clearly see these two people. Like, can I fire around both Dorian and Cypher, or is that
if
is that a
they
bit too much?
allow it, I have no problem.
Yeah, think of Cypher like pressed up against this wall where the door is.
Okay. So Rez is just gonna like sneak past Cypher and kind of like perch on top of these
Mm-hmm.
bags here
Yeah.
for a slightly elevated point of view. It's like, it's a target-rich environment. And can she? So they're all.
You can
okay,
see what
so
you can see.
I can see what I can see. Well, no, I was going to ask if she could tell the difference between what they are by what they're wearing, but
Absolutely.
they're all. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the vast majority seem to be. Again, they've got what they've got. The one who would stand out the most would no doubt be a Doctore Void Speaker, one of the magic casters that you fought in the warehouse several hours before.
I can't see that guy because of the pillar.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So.
But yeah, the rest of them, they are all armored the same. They've all got the very similar uniforms, slightly thicker, better conditioned gear than what you've been fighting with the basic Doctore out in the streets.
Righto. So she's just gonna be like, You've got a crossbow. We don't like that. And she's going to just start firing at this fella here.
Okay. $25. Arrow strikes true. For 8
8 demuges.
demuges.
She's going to shoot him again.
Okay.
Because she can.
Because it would be rude not to.
Would.
Second arrow flies true.
11 demuges.
Good shit.
Then I don't want to use any of the things I have that could be bonus actions, so she's just gonna kind of crouch down, like taking cover behind Dorian. Make
All
yourself
right.
a little bit harder to hit.
Excellent. Vanya, you're up.
Vanya is gonna see that Cypher took a big hit, and that concerns her. She's gonna say, "I'm gonna squeeze by you, bestie," and then just be like, "Reza, you're always in the way. Can you move, please?" And but she's going to. So is this Doctore in front of us dead? Or
No, he's not dead yet.
Oh, he's not
nearly
dead. Okay.
He's nearly dead.
So she's gonna squeeze past Dorian right here,
Okay.
and she's gonna see all these
Beautiful targets.
beautiful targets here, and she's upset about Cypher.
Oh no.
And for the ones that she can see, she's just gonna get them out of the way.
Excellent.
I know, you're like, oh, I'm using her spells up. Damn it, solution.
That's a solid. So basically, all of these guys in there need to make a dexterity saving throw. Not the greatest at dexterity saving throws. Oh dear. Oh dear. Roll damage. And then give us a brief look at how this plays out, Vanya.
So she's kind of like, oh, sorry, let me through. Ugh, can you move? And then gets in, and she's like, oh shit. And then she's just gonna kind of like, and then like before they even notice her, kind of just a swirl of different colors and stuff just kind of incinerates them, and then they just kind of fall to glitter onto the floor. For those that oh shit, I
clothes
didn't
do.
kill anybody.
No, but you
they're-
fucked them all
they're
up.
gonna have- God damn it, Solution. They're gonna be glistening, kind of like a Twilight vampire now, because they're gonna have glitter all over them.
Excellent.
I'm offended. Not really. That was amazing.
So yeah, part of their clothes are just blown apart, armor's shredded, some lose a couple of fingers or limbs, the masks start to quiver in perhaps fear as just this arcane explosion bursts through the chamber. Doesn't kill any, but that was a solid damage. They got a visit from the glitter bomb fairy, abso-fucking-lutely.
And so then, as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'm not using a spell slot for that. Does she have any more movement? Like it restarted for some reason.
You have moved, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. You've got 5
Okay.
feet left.
Oh. Well, she's just gonna crouch down behind Dorian.
Dorian, save us! Save us!
Save me, Dorian!
One man
And
shield
hope
wall.
for the best.
All right. The incinerator. Oh man, what can he do? Stumble up forward to you, Reza, and with this stub of a hand that's missing a couple of fingers, part of his biceps blown off, he's just gonna swing this stub at you. Or not.
Can she bite it and start sucking the blood?
If
Dorian says no.
Dorian
No, Dorian gets there first. Okay.
Dorian puts him down like a dog.
That's my reaction. To swat him like a flea.
Yeah. Backhand mace, or flail, sorry, and crunched against the wall, I imagine.
Honestly, yeah, it's just kind of like almost like an annoyed flick more than a real attack, and just hits him like a wrecking ball, just smashes him against the wall, and he just comes apart.
Garrett, you're up.
Huzzah! Well, I see where all the cool kids are. So I'll get to there. Realise I can't see naffle.
I think you can see that dude.
I could see that.
And with a bit of an arc over Dorian's noggin, I'm sure you can hit the man. You're skilled enough. You're level 8 now. You've got this.
Yeah, why not? Why not? So,
Unless of course you want to go in. I'm happy with either.
fine. Don't worry about it. I'm going to throw in a silver form bomb.
Alright, okay.
Grenade!
So they've got 20-foot range. They are...
Oh, it's 20-foot range.
20
Sorry. Ignore that then.
No, sorry, no, my bad. No, it's 20-foot explosion. Range of 60 feet on a thrown thing.
Yeah. Well in my range.
Yes.
Okie doke. So, Norman. Oh no.
You just throw it. Roll me a twist of fate.
We don't have Twist of Fate.
Is it not? Oh, that's
Nope.
annoying. I do, but in that case, just do me a 1d2.
My reliable talent didn't kick in.
It's an attack.
So it works on attacks.
No, it shouldn't do. No.
Oh, it did last week.
Don't think reliable talents ever worked on attacks, because that's only on.
It's fine. I just think last week it did. 2.
2. You forget to light the fuse.
Cool.
So you throw it. It hits the guy, but just drops to the ground and doesn't detonate.
Fair enough.
Meaning you can claim it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's annoying. What shall I do now? Don't like us all being bunched up.
Hmm.
So, I'm going to do something amazingly stupid.
Go for it.
Spell. Why can't I do this? Ah, because I'm an idiot.
Where we bamfing to?
block. Oh, I
There's
want to go there.
Let me move you there. Try now. There we go.
There we go.
That makes sense. So, you bamf out of existence for a brief moment, reappear in the room, and at this point you can see pretty much everything now.
Mm-hmm.
Any further actions?
I don't think I've got anything else. Oh no.
Okay. With that then, the Graveclad, what we got then? With the guy with the crossbow at the back who's wounded, is going to see Vanya having been hit with this horrific explosion of bright lights. He's going to put a bolt towards Vanya and miss. The Void Speaker towards the back, who had the back turns, going to turn their attention in and... We'll see the armored form of Dorian. Dorian, I need you to make me a... No, I can't. Can't use that one. Son of a bitch. In that case, we'll go with this instead. That's also... No, never mind. In that case, he's going to do nothing. He's going to turn around for a minute, start trying to cast a spell, and then realise that he is way too far out of range. So he's going to just move up to there. The other Graveclad is no longer part of the fight because that one's dead. Cypher, over to you.
I too don't like being grouped up like this, so I'm going to scooch through to where Garrett is. Who don't I like? Badly injured? Yeah, we don't like him.
That guy is up next.
Yeah, and I'll shadow bolt him.
Okay.
I have advantage on all attacking damage because I used my innate sorcery.
Yeah.
17.
17's enough. Mate, there was some low dice there for a minute. I'm like, ooh.
For 10 damages.
damages. All right.
And as a bonus action, item. Sugar potion.
Sugar potion.
16.
16 temporary healing.
I'll have to put that in manually because
yes.
it's temporary hit points for me.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. There should be on your character sheet.
On the right hand side of the hit bar.
Absolutely.
It's temporary hit points.
That's the temps, yeah.
Go.
How does a temporary or how does a healing potion work on you, Cypher? Because this is the first time you've chugged one.
It's more. It just fixes, like stitches up his mortal body, so it's not actually like restoring his soul. It's just fixing superficial damage on him. That's why it's only temporary.
All right. Anything further?
I don't think so.
Okay. The Doctore who you hit with the Shadow Bolt is gonna shoot you. The more obvious target. Reza's ducked down behind Dorian, who's this big armored meaty shield, whereas you've just jumped into open view. So crossbow towards you, Cypher. You've got mage armor on.
I have got mage armor, so my AC is 14
15.
currently.
14. Yeah. Plus 3.
Yeah, 13
dex.
plus my dex. Yeah.
So
14.
yeah. Okay. So yeah. All right. So as the bolt comes in, it just seems to skitter over. In fact, let me put that effect on you just so that I remember you've got mage armor. There we go. Rez has also got it, I believe. Yes. Okay. Skitter scarfs. Grave clad at the back with the flintlock. The flintlock boys have got one job and one job only, and that is to gun down the big meaty armored dude, because that's what flintlocks and pistols and muskets are used for. So Dorian, in your direction, you see another flintlock pistol drawn, pointed towards you, and the shot is let loose. Once again, ricochets off the shield, and brings us to the guy at the top here, who is gonna scooch around the corner. See this tasty little conglomerate of individuals, and with 2 vials in hand. First vial is going to be towards you, Dorian. Never mind, it just breaks harmlessly against your shield. The second one, we're going to go with Vanya. Which also just... he throws them with such force, they both just break in midair, splashing. You get a few droplets of acid on you, but nothing that's really too damaging. End of the turn. Skarn's now pulled back to the opening. And the masses continue to surge. But no panicked cries yet. It doesn't seem like Cordair or Casca or Skarn too concerned. They've got him in a natural choke point. Top of the round. Dorian.
Well. Dorian's going to go here. And this guy who just threw the acid vials needs to take a dirt nap. So I will make this I'll elect this to be the one for the cantrip. So if it fails, then...
Which it doesn't.
So, Damouge, he's also badly injured.
10 damage. Another one.
One for that, and on hit. Additional 7 necrotic.
7 necrotic applied. Let me move up some. There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
That's double check him. It's not enough. He is battered, bruised, wounded, but not dead.
Well, if there's one thing we've learned about these guys, it's that you don't want to leave them at death's door. You want to finish them off. So,
I don't know what you mean.
I missed that one.
You did.
Yeah, I did miss that one. So I'm going to use the crusher feature to move him 5 feet.
Yep.
To the left towards the pillar.
Okay, to there.
And I'm going to attempt... from there... Let's see, what am I for bonus actions? Yeah, I'm going to try to shield master shove him.
All right, cool.
So that's just the athletics check, correct?
It is, yes. So athletics versus their athletics, or acrobatics, which they're not great at either, so... yes, not good. So you can move him another 5 feet.
Yep, 5 feet back away from me. I'm basically trying to get him out of the line of sight of the void speaker.
Okay. Yeah. And there does it. Yep, that is enough. They can't see each other at that angle due to the pillar.
And let's see. I think that is. Did I apply? I missed that second one. Never mind. Okay. Good to go.
Okay. Greyclad will reload his flintlock and put a shot into Vanya. Because that explosion really hurt. Last round. Packing the ball in, hammering it down. A roar. Oh my god, you guys suck!
Fucking stormtroopers.
It's her parasol that she has. She's just over there twirling it.
Twirling it round, mesmerizing, and he's just spinning the gum round. Fuck. Okay. He's gonna. That's just 2 rounds done, so in that case, he's gonna have to start moving up to support his associates. Reza, up to you.
Darn, there's 2 people near death. That's
Mm.
a shame. I'm gonna shoot at the crossbow dude again.
Okay. And strike true.
11.
11 is not quite enough. Whatever the parasites controlling them, certainly making their meat puppets do put in the work today.
Well, let's see if we can't finish at least one of them. Think we can.
Yeah, I think you can.
Mm-hmm.
A 17 on Thicket drops him. Anything spectacular?
No, just she's going very businesslike. Like, you all need to die. And now she's going to move. Is this like a well here?
It is indeed.
Alright, she's gonna move up around this pillar. Oh, look at all the things I can see now! And be like, right there.
Okay.
And crouch again to kind of be below the rim of the well.
So what's that with the well again?
She's gonna crouch.
Yep.
To potentially hide behind the rim of the well. Not trying to, like, surprise people, but, like, make them have to move if they want to shoot her.
Roll me a perception check.
No, I'm just realizing that's probably a terrible idea.
As you push yourself up against the well, you hear the sound of something trying to make its way up.
Well, fuck.
And something rather large, its lumbering hands are just grappling stones, and you hear the slick, wet slap of tentacles. It's not moving quick by any means, but something is... It's trying to get up.
So she shouts to her compatriots, something coming up from the well. Fucking hell. Looking quickly around the room, does it look like there are, like, many corridors leading into this room from all these hallways?
It seems very similar to the other room where these are most likely bunks. The main thing that looks to be perhaps a way out would be the door on the far end.
Got it. So she's gonna be like standing there calculating and be like, fuck. And she's going to be like, I'm not gonna stay here. She's gonna bamf to behind this
Excellent.
guy.
Nice.
And
Okay.
Surprise, motherfucker.
and she's gonna pull out since she's in melee range, she's gonna pull out the longsword and just be like ready to swing at him with the longsword.
Okay. Stabby time. I like it.
And then that is the turn.
Vanya, you're up.
Vanya's gonna get out from the door and is gonna move this way. Kind of look in here
Mm-hmm.
and kind of get to this angle
Yeah.
where she can still see this individual. And then let it work this time.
You've got this. I believe in you.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna quit. Um,
Oh no! Rainbow Inferno.
You happy?
It's cursed, that spell. It's cursed.
I think this is the third time I'm not going to cast it anymore. So she feels like a failure for not helping. So now she's going to duck back behind this wall. And that's going to be it for her.
I'm so
wow,
sorry.
that was yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I hope you're getting a kick out of this.
Okay, Incinerator is no longer a combatant. He can come out of turn order. Anybody else? Let me just double check. Make sure that I'm... Yeah. All right, Garrett, you are up. Good, sir.
Okay. Not liking the sound of what's coming up that well. So I'm going to target the void speaker.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use my... Bear with.
Take all the time you need,
my
mate.
bonus action.
Steady aim.
Yep. Thank you. And I will take a shot with advantage at this fella, my lad.
Certainly enough. They're not that hard to hit. They're not exactly agile. They use other people as guards, but it strikes true.
9 damage.
9 damage. If you remember, these were the ones that were a little more resilient to the psychic blades when you fought them last.
I'm good with that. So what I shall do next is I shall attack of the sneak variety,
Absolutely.
because that's the thing. That was an awful roll. by
That
the
was a
way.
terrible roll. In fact, that should be doing 2 more. That should be -3 flat damage, not half. Okay. There we go. Yep.
Okay. And then with my second offhand attack, I'm not going to manifest the psychic blade.
Okay.
I'm going to pull one of Cypher's many daggers out of my bandolier that I've got on me now.
Yep.
That'll come in handy.
Yeah. Hang on. Got to make sure I throw the right dagger because I've got quite the
selection.
and that will be with advantage.
25, solid.
And a damage with that. A twang. 6 damage.
6 straight.
Yeah.
That, since he's been hit, you make a quick concentration check. Okay. Okie dokes. As you hit him with the 2 blades, Garrett, you would see him reel back for a moment, and then a screech from below the well rings out. Very similar to the horrific gurgling screech the other Morphosite made when you first saw it. It seems that he's called a friend up who is on his way. Any bonus actions?
I've used it.
Used it? Alright.
Steady aim's bonus action.
Roll me a perception check quick.
Perception.
12. In the midst of combat, you're not sure how long it's going to be before this thing crawls out, but with you and Reza, you feel it may be a while. So I'll give it to you both. It won't be the end of this turn that it comes up. You've got another turn before this Morphosite climbs its way out of the fucking well. D Brown 31131. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Alright, with that said though, the grave clad over the far end crossbow guy with some pretty horrific wounds at this point is going to poke his snout out. Who's the easiest to see? Garrett and Cypher. We'll go for Garrett. Crossbow at the ready. Towards you, Garrett. A bolt is. I just don't even know why I try. I can't do ranged combat. I've got Vanya's curse.
Garrett does the old Neo sway.
Yeah.
And, just goes past him.
Void Speaker, not happy at all at the fact that he's just been slapped. So, Garrett, unto you. Thou shalt receive the trademark of the Doctore Void Speakers as he casts his hands out. 4 purplish orbs begin to manifest around him, and son of a bitch.
I've had that for 60 episodes and never used it.
Son of a bitch.
Fucking forgot, didn't he? Didn't he, chat?
What's it look like, Garrett?
Garrett sees the voice speaker raise his arm and point at him, and Garrett returns a gesture with a little smile.
Middle
Then
finger.
turns his hand over and does the Bruce Lee, come here.
Ring of Shielding. You, as the bolts of magic missile come in, they just reflect off. Well played. Well played. Cypher, you are up.
Oh, goddamn. Who's next? Is the alchemist still alive? He is, isn't he?
Barely. Holding on by a thread.
Fuck this guy. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, we're just gonna shadow bolt him.
Okay.
Tornado!
That'll do it. That'll do it.
For 19
Fuck.
damage.
Who did you have targeted there? You had that guy targeted. Bear with me. Let me apply that. Apply damage. There we go. Cypher, what happens to him?
Just a bolt of shadow comes flying out of Cypher's hand and just takes his head off. Just like it wasn't there. His body kind of totters and sways, tries to take a step, falls over dead.
Nice. Bonus actions.
I don't believe I've got any bonus actions that I can use, so I'm good.
All right. Graveclad, last shots. Has he still got a shot with his pistol? Biggest threat. He's just seen his friend's head get taken off by Cypher, so this last flintlock pistol round is going to be towards you, Cypher. Having reloaded it, the pistol points in your direction. The hammer comes down. There's a poof of smoke before the flintlock pistol roars to life. 8 damage.
Cypher looks down at the bullet hole. Without he still hasn't got a face. He looks down and goes, "That was very nice."
I was hoping for a good shot with the old flintlock there. Yeah, that's both rounds expended on all of the flintlock wielders, so he's going to now start moving forward to try and block off any advance to the Void Speaker. Okay. So that was the Graveclad. Now goes to the other Graveclad, the Alchemist, who's dead, missing a head, so we can take him out of combat, which brings us to end of the round. Over yonder, you hear the sounds of fighting growing stronger. You hear the sound of Casca just...
Skarn! Now is the time! Switch! Let me at them.
Followed shortly by this...
No! 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 I am having fun!
And once again, a gout of flame can be heard, followed by screams as the corridor is set ablaze by the Dragonborn. He is going to be pushed back a little bit, though, the sheer numbers. And you'll hear Cordeia jump on top of the table at the back. Looks over her shoulder towards you guys. Sees that it's progressing, so she'll not dive in and offer any quips. Brings us to the top of the round. Dorian. Dorian.
Sorry, I was hacking up along, so
It's all good.
Dorian is seeing this, but also sees this over here, and he's concerned. So he's quick question for Garrett: where was the guy you threw the bomb at and it didn't go off?
Round about there, if I remember rightly. Is that right, Garrett?
Okay.
Yeah, roughly there.
Okay. Dorian is going to take a swing at this guy then. It's going to be... I'm going to elect this to be his cantrip attack.
Okay.
And it'll be a miss.
It will indeed.
Gonna attempt to hit him once more with a plain old attack.
A 17 will do it.
Okay. So damage plus.
Mate, when you hit hard.
Hopefully, a little bit harder.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Just nearly dropped him.
I'm gonna move him to between me and the well.
Yep.
I'm gonna use 5 feet of movement to go here. I'm gonna shield bash him.
Nice.
Yeah. Excellent. All right.
That's all I can do.
Do you know what? Actually, with that being I think this is pretty much one of those rule of cool moments. So I'm going to let you have advantage on that.
All right, I'll do one.
Do another one. Yeah, man. Absolutely. As you knock him, he manages to just... you hit him, you push him back, but rather than knocking him over, you crump him against the side of the well. So instead of knocking him down, I'm going to drop him prone as you basically snap this meat puppet's spine on the side of the well. It was cool. I gotta reward it. I gotta reward it.
Had to try.
Absolutely.
This is another big fight here. Yeah. I think that... do I have any bonus actions I can use? That the shield bash was the bonus action, so I don't have any free actions. And I'm just going to continue to move. I'm going to stay in melee with him, but I'm going to get like right here near the well in between all this.
Are you familiar with the morgue slab that you've got?
I am.
Okay.
It's got... It does... The thing is, I don't think the shield bash is a shove action. I don't think it does damage.
We'll have a chat, end of stream, and against everyone, see what we can think. Because to me,
I think it's kind of OP for me to get 2 attacks and then hit you again for free and do damage.
Yeah.
So
no, all right, no, no. I'm on board.
I'm okay with it just being like moving somebody. I think that in and of itself can be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Is that you done?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I believe it is.
Good. He's going to take his rapier and just try and stab you in the back. Come on. Give me a crit. Give me a crit. Just one. Just one. Foundry. Never mind. Never mind. He will...
that tickles.
It doesn't matter. It's a close combat weapon. He's got multi-attack. Let's go. Just with the pistols, they can't strike twice. Oh, yes, eat it. So he'll stab out twice with the rapier. The second stab finding a weak point in the armor. 9 points of damage.
Okay, I'm going to try that thing. Right click, apply damage.
Boom. All right, Reza. You are up.
Reza's gonna attempt to go to town on the Void Speaker. And she's going to swing away with the Bloodforged Longsword.
Okay. That one, let's go. Shit.
Wow. So mean. And because she's really pissed off, like seeing Cypher hurt and everything, she is going to reach within and channel some of that fury back into a calculated strike.
Okay.
So, the weapon damage plus the calculated strike damage.
Absolutely. Click damage on both of them.
Yeah.
Sword first for 9. Nice. And the calculated strike for another 5. It's not bad. It's not bad.
She's gonna swing at him again.
Of course you are.
And make it another calculated strike.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Because he tried to magic missile Garrett, too.
2 damage.
2 from the calc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then...
Fucking hell.
So she's just slapping the fuck out of him. And then do I have... Is there anything else I can do?
Hopefully not.
No.
All right.
That's all she can do.
Vanya, Rainbow Inferno.
I'm tempted. I'm tempted. She's gonna poke around the corner to this guy. And
The guy on the floor.
No, the guy with the crossbow.
Okay, yeah.
She's a little gun shy from the Rainbow Inferno, so she's gonna do emotional bewilderment.
Okay.
And I swear if this fails. I mean, oh no, I hope it fails.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hope he fails. The wisdom saving throw.
He fucking crits.
Oh, you cursed yourself. I'm so sorry.
Guys, I might just need to stay back with Skarn and all of them to help out with like the easy things. Go ahead.
The Doctore turns its head jankily, shakily towards you, Vanya, as the parasite, as a mask, just almost curls its nose up at you in defiance. You have just been snubbed by an abyssal facehugger.
I mean, she's okay. It's not causing her harm. So she's gonna accept that she's a failure and move back behind the wall. But she is going to kind of talk to Garrett a little bit and say, you know, if at once we get all of these individuals down, would it be good to just move forward, let Skarn and them move forward, and whatever's coming from the depths of underneath deal with whatever masses that they're having to battle, and just kind of move it back, and then end her turn feeling kind of useless.
I will say, though, you have put out 120 damage on that initial explosion, so don't feel bad at all.
I mean, I will give it that, but I mean, I needed that because every other thing. I'm having solution rolls right now.
It is. It's great. I'm loving it. I'm actually doing damage for once. It's beautiful. All right. So, with that said, Graveclad, who's just been tried to...
Did we miss Garrett's turn?
We did, because Vanya clicked and turn, and I'm used to clicking the button. Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Garrett.
That's all right, mate. Don't worry. Well, there's a guy in front of Cypher.
Yeah.
We don't like people in front of Cypher. Right. Cypher's next to me.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Frontliner.
Oh my
that a
God.
19?
That's a 19.
That was a 19. That's a crit.
How the tables have turned.
Crit damage. 16 damages.
Fuck.
And we'll sneak attack that as well.
Yeah, yep.
That's a better sneak
That's
attack.
that's a much better sneak attack.
Can sneak attack be a crit?
No. We've tried it. We looked into this earlier and we wouldn't do it. And then I shall go at him again with advantage. And that's another crit.
Oh my fucking God.
Back to fucking back.
I'm so glad he's getting it.
And that's how we do. For another 16 damages.
It's good. It's good.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's totally fine.
Oh, feast and famine, boys and girls. That is literally our entire play style. Is feast or famine.
I've never had a double crit before.
Oh, oh, in fact, in that case, then where's my? There you go. Right. Anything further, Garrett?
At this time, no.
Okay. With that said and done, then that's the Graveclad's turn, who snubbed Vanya, and with that being a crit save on him, he took it a little personally. So, yeah, he's gonna drop the crossbow as he moves in, draw the rapier, Vanya, and go in on you. Multi-attack with the rapier. First attack hits.
Oh wait, I've got the parasol out. Which is wait, it's 16, so it matches. Because it gives me +2 to my AC.
It does. Is it not equipped? Yep. So 16 hits. You are skewered by the rapier. 4 damage. It's then gonna.
Those big deeps.
It's gonna. Don't worry. It's gonna come in for another one, for another strike. And maybe not. Where's my crits? Where's my double crits gone? So yeah, Vanya, at that he's now up in your grill. Sword drawn down to the bottom. Reza, you and the Void Speaker. He is going to not be very happy with you being there. Not happy at all. Let's go over yonder. He dematerializes for a brief moment before popping up a little distance away, out of your immediate line of sight, and then from there he is going to, I mean, it's, who's the problem? Dorian. It's the immediate problem. Dorian, if you are going to be hit with, I need you to make a DC 15. Never mind. Never mind. Why, Cypher? Why?
Cypher counterspells somebody's like, no.
Thanks. 4th level. I need you to make. Are you casting that at 3rd level? You are. So you do need to make a wisdom. Oh god damn it! I forgot what it is.
Advantage because I innate spellcasting. Was it wisdom?
Yes. I tried, chat. 70, 20. Yeah, it's basically the level of. Yeah. Cool. It begins to coalesce around his hand, and just as he's about to blast Dorian with this horrifically necrotic energy, Cypher, you just phase it out of existence. Cypher, your turn.
Cool. This guy in front of me, like, he was just kind of peering around the corner away from, just a bit like, no, I feel arcane. Bye. I don't like that. And then he's gonna look at this dude and go, get out my face. What's left of it anyway?
Okay.
DC 17 concentration saving throw because my spell DC is up by 1.
Because yeah. All right.
Because of it. Because that's pretty good, that, you know.
So in that case, I will add a -1 to the roll to counteract.
Okay.
There we go.
20.
Is 20 enough?
Yeah, he takes half of 15 damage.
Oh my god! It's still, it's good, but not enough. Any bonus action, Cypher?
No, I'm good.
Nope. All right. In that case, it goes to his turn. And in his probably last dying breaths, with rapier drawn, he's just going to try and skewer you to the wall. Multi-attack. First one, swing him.
That is my AC.
Oh, yes.
Including the mage armor.
Yeah.
Bugger.
5 damage.
Mhm.
Have you got a concentration spell up at the minute? Or did that end?
No.
Darkness Within earlier. Let me cancel that concentration for you. There you go.
All right. Yeah. Darkness.
Yeah. And in that case, then, we're going to, swing in once again with a Corpse Slayer Rapier. Come on, big tough son of a bitch.
No.
Son of a bitch. Gah. All right. End of the turn. Cordeia has dropped back along with Casca and Scarm. Why? Simple. They are currently in the process of being swarmed. Not too bad yet, though. They're still handling it. If anyone wants to have a quick peek, feel free. I'll move you, Garrick. 'Cause you're the easiest to move.
Fair enough. Oh my god.
So yeah, things are progressing. Now, this fight still has a fair whack in it. Do you want to do one more round to clear these guys out?
Yeah.
Yeah? There's only
Mm-hmm.
3, 4 left. All right. So, top of the round then. Dorian, we go to you.
Well, you see, there's this guy here who needs to go. He really just needs to cease existing, so... If someone's prone and you attack them, do you get advantage?
You do. You do indeed get advantage. 25 hits. Oh. Oh. One HP in a dream.
Well, yeah, I figured that might be the case. Well, he's got the... He does have a multi-attack. I guess that is really the only thing that makes sense. Just attack again.
Yeah. Okay. Stamp him out of existence.
Yeah.
Which, again, easily done. What happens, Dorian?
Well, he's been stabbing away while prone here, but just eventually raining blows down on him. He finally just gives up the ghost. Whatever's been controlling him is no longer enough to keep him going. And Dorian is going to, seeing all this going on, one of the biggest problems is like there's a lot of rough straits here, but
Yeah.
he's thinking that Reza can help deal with the Graveclad.
Mm-hmm.
he's not able to really get to assist Vanya from right where he is. So what he's going to do is he's going to walk over to where the Doctori is,
Okay.
the void speaker,
Yeah.
and let's see, he's been taken out. Freaking, we've been taking a beating. Bonus action. Yeah, no point in shoving him because that would just get him out of my my reach. So that's the end of his turn.
Okay. You would hear from the other room.
There are lots here. Are we moving yet? Are we moving? This has stopped being fun now.
Reza, over to you.
Reza was gonna go after the void speaker, but then she saw this grave-clad chase Vanya into a corner, and she just shouts out, "Nobody hurts my best friend!" Oh. Pulls out Thicket.
Oh. Hits, solid, 22.
She just wants to continue to get made armor.
It's a solid hit.
And she will fire again.
17 also, enough. The 5. God damn it. Fucking hell, another 12. Okay. Yeah. It's not enough to drop him, but absolutely 2 killer arrows just slam into him.
Also, the thing is, he's 40 feet away,
Mm-hmm.
and I have 40 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
So after shooting him twice, she's gonna run up to him,
Mm-hmm.
and then attempt to bite
Nice.
him to death.
Yeah. That should come up as a bonus action, actually, but fuck it. That's all good. Yeah. In fact, no, it's not even an action. It's part of your fury stuff. 20 hits. Is it enough? It's enough! Yes! Oh! Reza! Roll, Is it healing you get with that as a roll, or
Yes, it is. It is. I take 2d6. Well, he's dead, so he can't make the saving throw.
Absolutely.
So
just
I'm
roll
gonna
the
just roll
damage.
2d6 for the healing. Yeah.
Yep. And then explain what happens as you pincushion him with 2 arrows and then go charging across the chamber.
Sorry, I'm just.
Alright.
Oh my god, I can't do anything right. I'll roll that in a minute. So she shoots him twice. She runs across and just like grabs him and is like down on his neck like it's a motherfucking apple, and she is fucking Eve in the Garden of Eden. Okay.
Doesn't
And
taste
he
great.
just like it. She doesn't need to taste it. She's basically just like ripping his throat out and getting a little bit of a taste here, but like his the artery in the throat just like and just like splurting blood out.
For a brief moment,
Or
it almost feels like a tentacle's just trying to caress the inside of your mouth, but
the blood gets all over Vanya, and as the body drops, Reza looks at her around the corner. It's like, I'm sorry about your dress. I'll get you a new one. And that's my turn.
dead. Awesome. Vanya, you're up.
Vanya's gonna look at Reza. Says, "It's gonna cost you more than 30 silver this time," and then heads out of the room. And then is going to target the doctori in front of Cypher.
Okay.
And is gonna attempt this one more time.
Fail.
You got this.
No!
Yes! The curse has ended!
What's
I'm
Rainbow
afraid
Inferno?
it hit damage. I don't even know at this point. So, basically, it's a bunch of colorful flames. It's just gonna come in and it's gonna start at the doctori's feet and just kind of swirl around it. It's just this wonderful, beautiful swirl of flames. They're initially engulfed by it and just like, oh, that's beautiful, but then it just starts to burn and hurt. And eventually
Boom. We are recording. Right. Back to it. For Twitch. Where were we? Vanya.
I just decimated the individual in
You
front
did.
of Cypher with some colorful rainbow flames.
Absolutely. All right. Any more actions? Any bonus actions?
No bonus actions, but she is gonna move behind this pillar and crouch down in front of this doctori void speaker.
Excellent. Okay. Garrett. You're
Yes.
up.
Lovely. Well, as there's only one thing living left in this room, I shall take steady aim at this void speaker.
Aye.
Put that there, put that there, do that. Advantage.
Advantage 21. Perfect. The psi knives go out.
Twang.
Kutang.
For 8 of the
8
damages.
damages. It's not enough to bring him low, but he's pretty roughed up. Okay, never mind.
And we'll sneak attack roll
Yeah, never mind. I take that back.
for a gentleman's 18.
Yeah, it's close. It's close. He's hanging on by a literal thread.
Dear.
That thread is now
Another
cut.
18. Twatang for another 11.
What happens to the last guy?
He gets hit with the first dagger. And he looks up and he's like, oh, that fucking guy over there. And as he locks eyes with Garrett, the second dagger comes flying in and just buries itself in his forehead.
Awesome.
And then winks out of existence as he crumbles.
And with that, it's probably a good point for us to call it. That was what I was hoping for before the old stream died. So frustrating. But to take a quick stock of the situation, you would have a moment of a breather here. Granted, Skarn, Cordair, and Casca they're in deep at the moment. But yeah, if you need a minute to gather yourselves, quaff any potions, now would be a good chance. But we'll pick that up next session. We'll basically just pick it back up from here rather than doing too much off stream. So yeah, I don't know what that was all about. Pass.
Twitch things.
With that said, then I'm going to chime out the combat music. And goodbye, VOD gang.
Goodbye, chat.
Goodbye, chat.
Bye.
I love how Vanya gets out of being cornered by a single Graveclad, immediately runs to the well where we're saying that a giant tentacle monster's coming out. And also, see you next time on Pariahs.
We're getting out of there before it happens, was my understanding.
Just leave it to Casca and the rest. It'll be fine.
You're welcome, by the way.
All right. On that, let me hit the end button.